Okay.
Good morning, guys. You guys doing good today? It is Tuesday morning. We're here. We're live. Market's down. Oil is up to 103s, almost 104 for WTI crude. I gotta drink some coffee. It kind of tastes like sludge today. But look at oil, man. Look at the NASDAQ. It is down. Here's the NASDAQ right here. NASDAQ is red on the day right now. NASDAQ is at 28,915s this morning. 28,915s. Oil is up. You can take a look at oil. Oil actually dipped a little bit. Brit sent me an article about how the president called off some strikes that he was gonna do or something like that. Oil ended up dropping at you can see at 4:30 this morning my time. Ended up ripping all the way back up, and now it's back up to 103.80s. We also had some circulating rumors here of they were hearing explosions and stuff like that. Apparently the explosions were just caused by the neutralization or the disposing of ammunitions. So it wasn't anything escalating that caused, the fears that were going on right now. And I think that's still why oil spiked. One of the big stories is that the markets are now pricing in potentially rate hikes this year. So if I go to the Fed Watch tool and we pull this up, Fed Watch tool shows that markets are kind of pricing in, the potential for rate hikes. So here is the end of the year. So this is this year so far. We are currently at 3.5 to 3.75%, right? So we're currently right here. So there's a 51% chance we don't cut any rates this year. But if you look at this, there's basically a 50% chance that we raise rates at least 25, 50, or even 75 basis points this year. Now, this is all with the understanding that inflation continues to get worse. If inflation gets better, maybe we see less rate hikes. If the conflict ends early, maybe we see less rate hikes. But now markets are pricing in basically a 50% chance of rate hikes. If you take a look at yields this morning, guys, yields are 4.6 plus percent for 10-year. 10-year yields are up. Look, here's a 5-day chart for 10-year yields. And they are up right now. They're up right now. You can kind of see this. Look. So this is a 5-day chart. You can see they have moved up pretty significantly over the last 5 days, which means higher interest rate sentiment. And again, NASDAQ is finally down here. We are under 29,000 here. Here's the NQ. We're under 29,000. 29,000 level is right here on this chart. We do have Brit here today.
Good morning, everybody. What's up?
I just keep talking.
That's okay. I'll let you get your opening monologue, so to speak, out of the way before I say hi. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, he's here. Yes, he's here. Brett Oil or Brit Oil? I don't know. Microsoft up. What's up? Okay, let me go through the list here. We got some people. What's up? Nara. Nara says, one time help, please. Small request, bro. Not a big. You help me, God help 100 times you. And then he disappears. So I don't know if he was asking for money. I don't know if he needed help with trading. He started to get some help from trading, and then he was never seen again. So
he just disappeared.
I don't know where he went, but somebody help this guy. Don't send him money though. But shout out to Ava. What's up, Ava? Deckers. Want to be a trader? Steve. Go. Killing Frenzy. The luckiest man on earth. G-Man. Big Slum. Womble. Brian. Tommy B on the keys. David. Les. Sam. Ashun, Demetrius, Matthew, UTM, Valar, my dad's account, Rooftop. Did I say Sam? What's up, Sam? Old Hack, Gamer Freak, Jay, Gerard, Ace, Jesse, Kaltenberg, Tony Montana. What's up, dude? Rambling, Farmer, Zero Cool, George, Mikey, Els, Barnyard, Clinto, Palantirs, and everybody else here today. Checkerboard, what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Market is down again today, guys. Honestly, I'm okay with it. I think I'm okay with the market being down today. I think we've been breaking all-time highs every freaking day here. And so it's probably time for market to be down a little bit. If we take a look at Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin is at 76,000. I think the big support level for Bitcoin, probably around 75 here, no? So here's Bitcoin. I think we got to look at like 75. Right, 75 seems like a big psychological level. We got close to that. 75 is way down here. I don't know if we're going to test it, but Bitcoin is down a little bit. It's at 76,000 today, guys. Are you guys bullish or bearish right now? I got to say I'm kind of bearish. It looks a little bearish. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm wrong. But it looks a little bearish. John, are we in a bear market? No.
I mean, I kind of feel that way.
We're in a bear market? Okay, let's just talk about this for a second. Bear market is when we have a long-term downward trend in the market. This is a daily chart. All right. We are not in a long-term downward trend. We are in a long-term upward trend, actually. You know, like in fact, since the end of March, we have had only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red days since the start of March. You know. So we've had so many more green days. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 green days, 10 red days. We've only had this little bitty pullback. I don't think this is a bear market.
I want to be clear. I just meant I felt a little bearish today.
Yeah. No, I get it. I do what you meant. You are never wrong.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but he's right a lot.
Why do people always pronounce it wrong? What does it mean? Is it a name? Just bearish until CPI goes back under 4%? Yeah, CPI was not good. Looking into some stocks today, though. Nvidia is still at 220s. That's looking okay. We are in a distribution phase, in my opinion. Tech is so overbought. Maybe health stocks, food, and EVs could pump with real estate. S&P 10, 11% down from here. Gap fill. We don't have any data today. No, not really. You know, the data is kind of boring this week. We got the Fed minutes report. We got jobless claims. We have Nvidia earnings. But in terms of morning data, it's kind of slow. We had a couple busy weeks for data, and now we're just kind of sitting flat here. But we have the S&P 500. 7390s here, under 74s. We're really just kind of sideways here, but the S&P 500 is around 74. Software still pumping? Yeah, Microsoft back up, huh? Microsoft up to 427s. Take a look at Microsoft right here. So Microsoft all the way up to 420s. Again, almost 430s. It needed this rebound.
What was Bitcoin's all-time high? Like 81? Wasn't it? 81 something?
No, Bitcoin's all-time high was like 126,000 or something.
Maybe I'm just thinking about what I saw recently.
Yeah, the all-time high was like 120 something.
Goodness.
Yeah, this was, yeah.
Was it overinflated at that price, you think?
I mean, I think markets are always overinflated around all-time highs to a certain point, but I don't know. It definitely pulled back from there. It didn't hold.
I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, you're good. It didn't hold for sure at those all-time high levels. And yeah, Nvidia, again, 220s, Microsoft, 420s. This is a pretty big rebound for Microsoft. Microsoft was at $400 4 days ago. So Microsoft needed this rebound. Hit 350s. A lot of people bought Microsoft on this dip too, which is interesting enough. So SanDisk. Let's take a SanDisk. No, I did not. I'm not in Microsoft. I should have bought it. I'm usually a dip buyer in that regard. SanDisk pulling back to 1300s. Does this pullback continue for memory stocks, for DRAM stocks? Does this pullback continue here? I think it could. I don't know if it's going to, but I think it could. Yeah, Bitcoin got up to 81s in the past month. My portfolio has been pretty green here. Again, I'm up at Apple. I'm up in Amazon. Down in Home Depot. Up in Coca-Cola. Up in Microsoft. Oh, I am in Microsoft, bro. I am in Microsoft, dude.
You didn't even
Who knew?
Apparently
Who
not
knew?
you.
I'm in there. I'm in it. Guys, average price of Microsoft is 387s, bro. I knew it seemed like a stock I would buy on this dip, dude. It seemed like a stock I would buy on this dip. Average price of Microsoft is 387. So my average price is right here. Dude, I am in this thing. I'm sitting there reading my position list, and I'm like, yeah, I'm up at Apple, I'm up at Amazon. And then I see Microsoft. I'm like, I am in Microsoft, dude. I am up currently 10.25% in Microsoft. I'm up 23% in Coca-Cola. I'm down 20% in Home Depot. I'm up 33% in Amazon. I'm up 15 or almost 16% in Apple. Up 11% in Oracle.
I like how you read it all nonchalant and then like realized after you read it that you were in it.
Yeah, surprise. I'm in Microsoft right now, guys. I'm in it. Who knew, man?
You surprised yourself.
I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it right there, you know. I am in Microsoft. All right, yeah, 427s right now for Microsoft. You love to see it, I guess. I was already kind of like, I wasn't happy Microsoft was going up. I had a little bit of FOMO, to be honest. I was like, man, I should have bought Microsoft. I did the whole time. This was my plan.
Yeah, lucky for you, you did.
I should pay more attention to my long-term investments or swing trades. AMD, yeah, AMD's popping up. But here's the Nasdaq, guys. Here's the Nasdaq. Are you long or short right here in the Nasdaq chat? Long or short? I'm up 120% on AMD, 60% in SMH. It's a price short on RKLB. What's up, OG Tech? Short? What's up, dude? Full port short? Really? Short, of course. Short?
I don't know.
Something
What's
very
your opinion?
strange. Why does the whole chat always agree in one specific way? That's very odd. This happened yesterday. I was like, hey, are you guys long or short? Everybody said one direction. Nobody, there was no, I can respect Nick for saying long. I can respect Nick for saying long, you know. You're an outlier, Nick. You know.
What does a band have to do with the stock market?
A band?
Yeah, you were talking about One Direction just now. I heard you.
Oh, yeah.
That was bad. That was a bad.
Party
part.
hard,
Excuse me.
All
Sorry.
right.
That was a bad joke.
I was trying to figure. I felt like that was coming. I felt like that was coming, dude. Short for the next 5 minutes.
You think? I mean, sometimes a little bit of groupthink does happen. I mean, when people see what other people are saying, but I don't know if that's necessarily what's happening here.
Yeah.
It might be though. You might.
That
get
was a terrible joke. A terrible joke, Britt. Everybody.
Oh,
shame
it absolutely was, but
Britt.
but it was intentionally terrible. So
everybody shame Britt right now. Right now, shame him.
yeah.
So
you like the Game of Thrones thing.
yeah. So I'm talking about long or short today. Long or short today. I'm a little bit more short biased, but I think we could also, like, we have this gap on the Nasdaq here that we can definitely fill. You know, here's the previous closing price. We could fill that gap pretty cleanly, I think, if markets start to go the other way. And so it just depends on what strategies are out there right now. But we could fill this gap. You know, that's a gap that's fillable, I think. Depends on what happens. I think tomorrow we have NVIDIA earnings as well, guys. So we got NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. We have the Fed minutes report tomorrow. And so I think we can fill this gap. I really do. I think we can fill that gap on the upside. I'm not saying we do. I think right now it looks bearish. Right, we're under the 200 exponential. We're downward trending. We're under 29,000. Oil is elevated on the day. But if you guys know this market, you know, any catalyst can influence this, right? And switch us back. What's up,
honestly, I don't think it looks good necessarily short term because I think, in my opinion anyway, it looks like that we are probably going to be back in active conflict at some point, like really soon. And so I think oil is going to go up and the market's going to go down further, or at least not go up.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, oil up on the day. Microsoft.
I'm not hoping for that, but I think so.
Oh wait, sorry, I ADHD'd what you just said, Brett. Say it again.
I said I'm pretty sure we're going to be back in open conflict pretty soon with Iran, and so I think that short term oil's going to go up and the market's going to either go down or keep trending sideways. I don't think it's going to fill back up.
Yeah, no, that's definitely possible. And with that said, Microsoft's pushing up. Yeah, oil is elevated on the day. Like I said, we heard like different news releases. like we heard different news releases that have pushed markets, but the end result is that oil is up, Nasdaq down on the day. But Microsoft and software stocks, like here's Microsoft right here, they're pretty green, right? Like you can see this is pretty green in Microsoft right now. It's up, so you know we do have some strength here. Here's APLD. I had somebody mention this one this morning. Applied Digital. It's a good long-term trend. I'll give it that. You know, it's pulling back a little on the day though, but it's a good long-term trend. Another one I'm in is Target right now. Look at Target. I bought Target.
John. Target's terrible.
I bought Target. I know. I bought Target for one specific reason. It's because I go there and I buy like 5 things, $400. You know, I could buy the most flimsy T-shirt at Target, $600 when I check out. No matter what, it's at least $600. And I know I'm not the only one. You guys know what I'm talking about. You go to Target, you buy a couple things. There's a premium at Target. You know,
I like the cheap nachos at Target. That's what I like.
People are like, I don't want to go to Walmart. I'm going to buy a Target and I'm going to pay 30% more because I do it. Because I don't want to go to Walmart. And I think that's a real dynamic.
Are the margins that much higher, or are you exaggerating a little bit?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't ever really compared them.
I'm pretty sure they are
when I shop there. Like it feels that
I know,
way.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they are a little more expensive at least. I don't know if it's that high, but it definitely feels that way. Like, honestly, the only place I like shopping is Costco. They don't mark anything up over 15%.
Yeah, what's up, Big Base Mikey? Yeah. Costco, it depends. As long as I don't hit Costco on like a Sunday, I'm usually okay.
Oh, no, weekend trips to Costco, they're terrible. Oh my God.
Yeah, I've been on a
barely
Sunday.
Get out of there alive.
Yeah, Carol dragged me there on a Sunday, bro. And I literally can't move. I can't move. I'm sitting there like just kind of waiting in line. Not waiting in line, waiting in an aisle just to move. You know, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I can't move.
No, 100%.
Yeah, it's like zombies. I like Walmart. How tall am I? Am I short? I'm probably pretty average. I'm like 5'10", you know.
That's what Sam said. He was right, apparently. Sam says he's a mere 6'3" and a third. Did you really have to throw the third in there, Sam? Like, really? Like, if you're already 5 inches taller?
Yeah.
I think it's funny, though.
Like, I'm 5'10" and a half, you know.
I'm like 5'8" or 5'9". I don't even care. You guys can, you know, take your couple of extra inches and go play.
Look, I am very proud that I'm taller than you, Britt. You know, like if I had to look at it and be like, you know what, I'm taller than Britt. I don't know what else I'm going to say, but I'm happy I'm taller than Britt.
I know. Honestly, I didn't realize how much visibly taller you were until I saw that picture of us recently. Like,
oh, at the concert.
Yeah, you're like noticeably taller. I didn't realize it was that noticeable.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. I was like, look, dude, I'm taller than Brent. Look at me. You know,
you look like you're like 4 or 5 inches taller than me. It's ridiculous.
I know your posture was just bad. You just didn't have good posture. You know, you were kind of leaning over. You know,
sure, we'll attribute it to that.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm taller. You know, that's all I'm saying. Why do people not shop at Walmart? General Mills. I'm 6'4" and still unprofitable. 5'10" is still just above average. I know, bro. Listen, I'm not claiming to be tall. You know, sometimes y'all are lucky I don't round up to 6 foot. You know what I mean?
Like, round up to 6 foot from 5'10".
Right. Y'all are lucky I don't round up to 6 foot and just tell people I'm 6 foot. You know?
No, I'm not 5'2". I'm like 5'8" or 5'9", probably.
Yeah. You know, I get those advertisements for those shoes that give you an extra 2 inches. I could never do it though, bro. Like I could never
like the Lips episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah, I would feel like a fraud. Like, oh, like let me boost my shoes 3 inches. Like I'm basically wearing clown shoes just to look taller. I could never do it.
Or those
I would feel bad.
Shoes from the 70s. Go to a disco.
Yeah, you know, I could never do it. Yeah, you're 7'7" when you stand on my money. Yeah, like my $30. You know. Anyways, guys, back to markets. CoreWeave is down on the day. Here's the NASDAQ. You know, we're right at the 200 exponential and we're rejecting. I do kind of want to short this. Is this wrong of me to short, guys? Is this wrong? I don't know if it's wrong necessarily.
We were all just joking, Sam. It's no biggie.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam, you're good, dude. If I was 6'4", 6'5", you would never hear the end of it from me.
Dude, I would tell everybody.
I would be, you know. Yeah, you'd never hear the end of it. Will not trade pre-market anymore. Got destroyed so many times. I'm 5'4" and I feel attacked. Yeah, it's kind of messed up though. I am the runt of my dad's side of the family, right? Like a bunch of Vikings on my dad's side of the family, dude. Like my cousin is like 6 foot tall. Like my female cousin is 6 foot tall. My aunt is like 5'11". You know, they're all taller than me. My female cousins and aunts are all taller than me. My dad is like 6'2".
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, like I'm like the runt of my family.
Dude, don't feel bad. Everybody in my family's taller than me too. Like my brother was 6'2" by the time he was 14. You know.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset about it still. You know.
I just beat him up a lot. You know.
Yeah, that's right.
That way he knows who's boss.
Right. You know, he doesn't let it get to his head. I might short a little bounce here. You know what I hate about Trade Evade? How unnecessarily difficult it is to set a stop loss on Trade Evade. I like Trade Evade, don't get me wrong. But why is it so difficult to set a freaking stop loss on here, bro? You know?
It's kind of hard to use, period, honestly. Like, not period, but it's definitely not the most user-friendly.
No, it's not.
That's okay. I figure, like, if you can get, like, competent with that, then the other user systems should be easier.
Right. I'm looking at shorting here. I wanted to short this rejection at the 200 exponential, and I might still short it here. Let's see. I'm going to short this big up wick, or this big down wick here. But yeah, they just make it kind of weird to set a stop loss. It's unnecessarily difficult. Alright, we're in this trade right now.
I think when you start trading, you need to have, like, some montage music. Like, I know you have music, but, like specific to trading.
Yeah. I can put the laughing song on, Brett.
I've never actually heard that. I don't have any idea what y'all are talking about when y'all say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you can set a stop loss like this, guys. Like, look, I'm shorting right now. I'm gonna set a stop loss at like, I'm gonna set it at like 55. Reward target's the low of the day here. Like, I know I could just do this, and I have 4 contracts, and I can sell, or I can buy 4 with a stop up here at 9.55. I'm gonna set that there, and now I just wait. I understand I can do it, but to track the stop loss, I have to go to, unless you guys know a setting here, I have to go, here's the stop loss right here. So I have to go like up to my DOM to track it. I don't like that at all. I'd rather just see it on the chart. It should show it on the chart. Laughing guy's bearish. Well, help me out then, Ty. I'm used to Quant Tower. I used Quant Tower for a long time. I'm guessing that might be Pawn sending me a message showing me how to do it. Ninja is so much better. Yeah, what platform do you guys like using in chat? Let me know. Yeah, I already did the stop. Look, my stop is, where is it? We're at 9.55. My stop is way up here. Look, there's my stop loss right here. So I know how to do that. Let's see if we can break down on this volume profile. Trade Evade, Toss, Thinkorswim, Trading View. Trade Evade is awesome. Extreme Ways by Moby. I actually like Extreme Ways by Moby, but Trade Evade. It was the default setting for me, but I'll see if I can find it for you. What's wrong with your settings? I know I can do order kits as order. Alright, so we're agreed on the trade, guys. We're good on the trade. Yeah, trade C with Lucid.
Have you used Robinhood any time? Is it a pretty user-friendly platform?
Oh, it's the most user-friendly platform.
Oh, cool.
If you're buying stocks.
I'm not using that.
Well, because it's stocks, not futures.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yep. It does make sense, Britt. All right, look, we're getting our short breakdown here. We're getting our short breakdown. Look at this. You'll love to see it.
Oh, I do see it. You're so
Should
wise,
I add
John.
to this? I know. Listen, I knew this would happen. Should I add to it? No. Is the question. Maybe I'll add like 2 more. Get a little bit larger position. I'm going to bounce here. There's a bounce. We added a little bit more to it here. We'll give it a second now.
Someone says go in chart settings and in fill and orders / check what you got there.
Take profit. Yeah, I can't lie. Top Step X. Yeah, I like Top Step X when I use them. Yeah, we're in here now. We're waiting. I think we can still ride this breakdown here, but if I take some size, it's because we're already in the green. I want to give it time to break. Yeah.
So why the need for the prep time for Atlas and, or Sierra charts, Sam? I mean, I don't know what those are, so I'm just curious.
You're green, take profit and short again in 20 minutes. I know. I'm going to give it time to break down, though, if I can. There we go. Maybe you're right, though. Maybe I should take a little off here. That's not really my reward target, though. Like, my risk is at 55s, right? So in that way, my reward target should be way down here at the lows, which is kind of what I'm betting on. And so I really I need to give it time. I can lower my reward target a little bit just because I added to my position, and so my risk is probably a little bit lower here. But I want to give it time to break down. And I think it looks bearish. There we go. I'm going to go up here and cancel this stop loss. Take 2 off here just to protect the trade, and then maybe set my risk level. At 40 or so right here is probably what I'm going to do now. But I need 4. Alright, so we reset our stop loss up there now at 40. Right over the 200 exponential. I think that's a fair way to do it. Just kind of trail it down. Trying along on that whole number. I mean, I'm trading right now, Bog. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Like watching paint dry. What is? My trades? That hurts me, man. I feel attacked. Yeah,
No,
PDT rotations, dude.
Good.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to be kind of smart aleck and say, no, I think he's actually watching paint dry. He wasn't talking about you at all.
Yeah, I believe that. That's what I believe, you know. All right,
Yeah,
guys,
I mean,
but
like-
we're in here. We're in here. NASDAQ's a little slow. I think he could have been just talking about the whole market. Who said this? Where did it go?
I like the accusatory tone. Who said this?
The shop. How did you mean that, bro? You must be talking about just markets in general, not me.
Clarify.
You
Yeah,
know?
no, because John is hyper interesting and amazing.
That's right. That's right. I believe that. All right, let's see if we break down.
Somebody
here.
has to.
The NASDAQ is a little bit slower today, guys. Yeah, we're a little bit slower. I don't know. I have to check the news what they're running.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, Sam, thank you.
Did you have some articles, Britt?
Yeah. So, hold on one second.
Yeah, hold on. Ty showed me settings, bills, orders. Which settings? There's this settings, which is probably not it. And then you're probably talking about chart settings here. Bills and orders. This isn't my trade line. My real trade line should be up here at 40. Yeah. See, it still doesn't show it. You know, here's my stop loss. It still doesn't show it. 40's right here. No line.
What are you trying to figure out?
Okay, there we go. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate it. This is my entry right here, I think. All right, so we're still breaking down a good bit here. Let's see if this can continue. Waller speaks today. Yeah. Good morning. What's up, Gene? No. I don't have time to take my paper down to the trading floor. I got it. Yeah, I gotta let this work a little bit longer though. I still want to see if we break down here. I could maybe take one more off here, lock that in, and just kind of slowly cut the rest. I'm still gonna keep 940 as a level here, but it's gonna be for 3 contracts. We'll just ride it down. I think it's the move. Don't play, you don't use the Dom? No, not really. I actually don't. You know, I use the Dom to check my stop loss order, but
It's the Dom.
the Dom is this thing on the left side. I don't really need the Dom. I don't use it like that. Most of the time I use volume profile mixed with, you know, just normal charting.
Okay.
And it's worked so far. I mean, we're still riding this down now. Let's see if we can continue, but finally some red. Yeah, it is a little red here today. Well, it's a little red. Okay, Raga, you're almost just trolling me with some of this news. Cute moves? Don't get cute with me, Raga. You know? Yeah, I've used Bookmap. I like it could be valuable. We're still riding down here though. I'm trying to see what's dropping so much this morning. Nvidia's fallen a little bit. Microsoft pulled back some. I'm gonna take a little bit more off on the way down here, I think. All right, we just took a little bit more off. We have 2 contracts left. Just gotta slowly scaling out as time goes on here. If we break down enough, maybe we'll add back to this. But the short idea was right. Oh, sorry, Britt.
That's okay. I was just, you know, doing what you said. Yeah, no, I was looking at an article a little bit. Says analysis investors see no let up in the bond market. And apparently it's mostly talking about how the recent sell-off in U.S. Treasuries may continue because investors are dealing with sticky inflation, higher for longer interest rate expectations, and weaker demand signals in parts of the bond market. I mean, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think markets are pricing in rate hikes now, you know. So let me pull up the article you're talking about. So you're talking about the futures markets getting ahead.
Analysis investors see no let up in the bond market is the title of the article.
Let me see.
Saying the biggest driver is inflation. Recent consumer and producer price data came in stronger than expected, and that has pushed investors to believe inflation may stay elevated for longer than they hoped.
Yeah. So it says a combination of stubborn inflation, shifting expectations about interest rates, and changes in investor behavior could keep pressure on bond prices, drive yields even higher in the weeks ahead, according to analysts. For months, many investors viewed the 4.5% yield on the benchmark 10 years as an attractive point to step in and buy bonds. Yields surged through that level. Market participants adjusted their view. The question going forward is, will guys really buy here? Because I believe this sell-off will continue. We're probably headed to 4.75% in the next round. He's basically saying that he thinks oil's going to stay elevated. The conflict's going to last a longer term.
I agree with that. What do you think? And what does the chat think? I'm kind of interested in you guys' thoughts on this.
Yeah, so if bond investors believe inflation will stay higher or even rise further, they would demand higher yields to compensate for the loss of purchasing power. Yeah, because yields and bond prices inverse each other. So if we get a sell-off in bonds, that means yields are going up. It says this, you know, it says ING's Garvey warned that even a small increase in inflation expectations, 2.6, 2.7%, could push yields noticeably higher. That's how you get the next 10, 20, 30 basis points into the upside in yields. It suggests the market may not have fully priced in the risk of sustained inflation yet. So, as I say that, the NASDAQ coming back down here. Yeah, let me know if you guys agree with that. I mean, basically what he's saying is, have we seen the inflation get baked into the market yet? According to this guy, he thinks no. Essentially, is what he thinks. NASDAQ's still falling down here, though. Look at this drop.
I mean, do you think it's baked in yet at this point? Or do you agree with him?
I think one of the things that we're seeing is we're seeing a back and forth in geopolitics, right? Like, the war's about to end. Oh, no, it's not. It's going to last a long time. Or, war's about to end. Inflation, you know, is going to go down. Oil falls. Oh, no, it's not. Conflict's going to last a lot longer than expected. Oil spikes.
Chaos in the market.
Right, so it's just kind of back and forth, right? Now, if you think the conflict is going to last a long time, then we probably haven't seen the full effects of inflation in the market in terms of bonds, right? We haven't seen that fully baked into the bond markets or the equities market, so to speak. If you think the conflict is going to last, for the next 6 months plus, right? If you think the conflict is going to find an end in the next few months, then maybe we have, and maybe we see inflation start to go down. It depends on what that looks like. Now, if Iran's still insisting on controlling the Strait of Hormuz, obviously we're still going to see sustained oil prices being higher. But if we could get something similar to the pre-flow state of oil in the Strait of Hormuz, then obviously inflation could get a lot better, and there's a lot less worry about inflation in markets, right? So I think that's really what's driving things, is just the worry about sustained inflation from the Iran conflict. And that's kind of what's been obviously boosting inflation data over the last few months. So it's just about whether it continues. And let me know, I don't have a poll yet today. So let's do a poll. What's a good poll for this, guys?
We could do the question that we just asked each other, basically, which was, do you guys think that inflation is baked into the market?
Is inflation baked into the market already? Yes or no? That's the poll right now. Vote on the poll. So we are starting to go up a little bit on the NASDAQ. If you want to help support the channel, Lucid has 50% off. 50 for your first 2 uses. And again, most day traders lose money. And so it makes no sense to fund your own account thousands of dollars trying to look cool in markets. Instead, try Lucid, 50% off for 2 tries. You can get 50% off for your first 2 purchases, and then it goes back down to 40%. You can also use this, just to put this into perspective, guys, you can use this on direct to fund as well. So you can use it on direct to fund it on Lucid right now. So you can get a deal on direct to fund it on Lucid. If you don't want to do an eval at all and you just want to get a funded account, you can use this. 50% off. Again, look, here's the direct to funded. Right here. You can use it on this right here. 50% off right now, including direct to funded. Huge sale. If you want to check them out, great way to help support your boy here in the channel. I'll put the link up. And yeah, let's see what happens here, guys. But good thing about Lucid is you can trade equities, indexes, or you can't trade equities, but you can trade indexes. You can use a whole bunch of stuff.
It's beef season because the bulls are going to get slaughtered. I mean, I don't know. I mean, will the market be that bad, do you think?
It's beef season?
Yeah, someone says it's beef season because bulls are going to get slaughtered.
Beef season. Wow.
I mean,
I don't know.
But anywhere else, but we don't generally hunt cows.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he's just making a joke. Oh, yeah. Here's the Lucid account if you want to check it out. Remember, code BGT will get you the max discount. I'll pin it to the top of the page. BGT, 50% off new users. Or 50% off their first 2 accounts. But yeah, there's the link. Check it out. Great way to help support the channel. We're still riding the short down. I told you guys we were bearish, and we were bearish. And we were riding this down. You love to see it. You love to see it. He's not wrong. Prices of beef are wild right now. Honestly, dude, I don't know if y'all tried to buy dog food. I bought dog food yesterday, bro. When did dog food become gourmet? I can't buy a bag of treats without spending an arm and a leg on it. What happened? Dog food's more expensive than human food right now. And it's not right. It's not right.
Well, hey, I mean,
dog food.
At least you don't eat dog food then, huh?
I mean, I guess that's true. But
honestly, some of it looks delicious, like all the broccoli and rice and chicken with chickpeas. Man, I could eat that.
Right. I could get a meal prep that would give me that for cheaper than the dog food they sell me.
Meal prep for your dogs.
Good things start with John's smile. Okay, Well, I'm flattered, Braga. Stop it, bro. Stop it. So it sounds like they missed the entire recovery. Look at this drop here. Something's going on. I am in this short right now. Fed's Waller and ECB's Lane is going to be today at 8 a.m. in 5 minutes, apparently. But look at this drop in the NASDAQ here. So something's going on in the NQ right now, causing drops. Look at this drop. NASDAQ down to 870s.
Is
ECB's
oil
Vilroy. Let's check it. Oil, guys. Oh, wait. I got to pull the other screen up. Oil. Where'd my other screen go? No, that's not it. Here's oil right here. So oil's going up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think it's enough to be catalyst driven, do you?
No, not necessarily. This could be pullbacks and maybe software. Let's take a look. Software.
Okay.
No, not really. Yeah, I don't know why the NASDAQ's falling, to be honest. Google, AMD, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft. Oil's elevated. Oil's popping up. Not high volume pop, though. And maybe this is just a continuation downwards. We're getting close to those lows here. So, I'll take it, but...
Let's see. French Finance Minister Lescure, Strait of Hormuz needs to be open free of charge. I mean, I think we all agree with that.
Yeah,
oh,
gravy. Bricks, log software, short the NASDAQ. Yeah, I've been shorting the NASDAQ all morning. That's been working, but we'll see if it continues. You know, we'll see. We're waiting.
I haven't traded yet this morning.
Honestly, I thought this morning was kind of easy trend. I think, like, we have this top right here at around 940s, 950s, big psychological level. Once we start to really break down under here, we start to really test the low volume area, the volume profile. Once we reject again at the 200 exponential, and we put in like a triple top right here, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Look at all these highs right here. So once we start to get underneath this, that's when I shorted, and we just started to write it down. It just looked like we were going to come back down and retest this low down here, right? So, you know, so many rejections at that top, it's like, all right, you know, it's starting to get exhausted, try to rebound back up. Let's see if we can attack the short side, and that seemed to work pretty well. I'm about to take another piece off here, probably, and just scaled out. Look, I'm going to take another piece off. I mean, this trade's really green. I'm just going to lock in profits slowly on the way down, adjust my stop loss to break even now. I'll give it a little bit above break even. I'll give it $5 over break even for my stop loss now. Yeah, and we're just going to leave it right there and let it work. And then maybe we can add to this. If we like get a big breakdown, we can add to it. But now, like, money is guaranteed on the trade. Like, we're going to make money on this trade no matter what. We already have. We've already taken profit on it. And so we can just hang out now and let it work. There's more sign of life in a cemetery at midnight. Okay. I mean, I get it. He's trying to troll, you know.
Who is?
The shop.
Oh.
Market jittery because of coming NVIDIA earnings. I think he's just talking about the market, though.
Oh.
Straight. I obviously made up that previous comment. Oh, no, he is talking about the stream. How dare him, dude. You know what? Time out for you. Boom. Yeah, you get people that just make fake accounts and they just kind of continue freaking. You got to think of who would want to be that way. Like, who's trying to, you know, like, that's what you got to ask yourself.
Like, ruin other people's good time or like mess with somebody's living. Like, I don't think people realize that's what they're doing when they like troll people on YouTube. Like, you're trying to mess with somebody's income.
Yeah, I mean, look, honestly, it gives me something to talk about, honestly, so it's fine, actually.
Oh, I know. I think
I would actually prefer, you know, to get a little bit of trolls. All right, look, the NASDAQ is still breaking down here. We're at 850s. We're riding the short down. You'll love to see this, guys. I knew I could do it.
I had no faith, John.
Yeah, I knew I could do it. This whole time, I knew it.
Of course, I was trying to lead you astray, you know?
Yeah, a beacon of dishonesty, Brit here. A beacon of dishonesty.
Yeah. A beacon. so ridiculous.
Honestly, my whole family, I showed my family the short about the intro. My whole family has been using the word beacon for everything now. Like, my daughter used the word beacon in one of her English finals. Yeah. A beacon of inspiration is what I am, Brett. A beacon of inspiration, you know.
That you are.
Yeah, I'm inspiring everybody to use the word beacon. I don't really need a mod. I mean, I look at the chat so much in that way. I could just ban people pretty easily on my end. Like, you know, it's pretty easy for me to just ban people. Like, I watch the chat. Part of the channel is
a few random people.
Right, just to let them know who's boss. The market honestly is starting to flush down. Yeah, the market honestly is starting to dip. It's starting to dip. All right, so I see a poll. The Fed to cut Fed funds rate at least once this year, said 48 out of 101 economists. But it was 71 out of 103 in the April poll. So now in May, that number's dropped from 71% in the April poll out of 103 thinking that we were going to cut rates at least once this year. That 71 number went all the way down to 48 out of 101 for May. So basically, less people think we're going to cut than they did a month ago in these numbers. So less people think we're going to cut than they did a month ago. Look at this breakdown in markets here, though, guys. Wow. NASDAQ's getting really bearish here. Should I add to this? We just cracked lows of the day. This is my reward target here. I don't know if I should add to this or not.
Now I feel silly for not getting in on this a little bit.
Yeah. Beacon and eggs. That's right. You know, Tom.
That's a terrible pun.
Add to it? Don't add? Should I add to this position now, guys? We've already scaled out. We had like 6 contracts. Now we have 1. So we're still green. We've reduced our stop loss to break even now. Should I add to this short position right now, guys? Let me know. We're at the bottom here, though, so I'm a little bit hesitant adding. If we bounce up to like 860s, maybe I'll add to this. If we bounce up to 860s. We're at 857s. All right, I'm going to do it. I added to it. I'm going to reduce my stop loss, though, close to break even here, and we'll give it a chance. So we're gonna put our stop loss at 86s now. We have 2 micros here, so I'm gonna set a buy stop at 86s now, and let this work a little bit. Too late. Go long. Oil is going down now. Nah, don't get greedy. Only add if it closes below 28,834. Add. Don't be greedy. Walk away, dude. You know you should. I appreciate you asking though. Watch for a bounce. Why ask?
I mean, looking at your current profit, I don't know. Maybe they're right. Maybe you should walk away.
I mean,
But your profit's dropping now, so whatever. Up to you.
I think it's okay to add to it. And just give it some time to retest these lows is what I'm looking for. We hit the lows. We immediately kind of liquidity grabbed back up. And so, I built up a pretty decent cushion on the day anyway. So I think I can add to it, hold it break even. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know, I think sometimes the time to take risks is when you're already up a big amount on the day. And so, as I say that though, we're starting to move up. So maybe I shouldn't have added to this, but I'm going to stick with my stop loss here. It's Tuesday.
I mean, it's not like it's up. It's just moving up. I mean, a little bit back towards the top of the range.
Yeah, I see Max here. Max says, I was a beacon of knowledge, John. You missed my message. I know, brother. I know, dude. I should have listened. I was a beacon of stubbornness and didn't listen here, man. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. The France finance minister, Hormuz opening won't happen at any price. The sooner we open Hormuz, the better for all. Fed rate cut hopes fade as inflation outlook rises. A Reuters poll shows economists are turning more hawkish. Nearly half now expect the Fed to keep rates unchanged through this year. So we rejected right at my entry here. We're starting to head back down. Let's see if we hold. 800 mentally unstable traders. Now that you have a stop loss on your chart, you can also drag it up and down. Yeah, I know. Looks like you hit the lows. We did hit the lows. Here we are, 800 crazy traders. You saw how much of the chat woke it up. I was like, should I add to this? The chat is like, I have to tell him. Like, I'm out here. I have to tell him, you know, don't do it, John. Don't do it. You know, there's like an intervention in the chat. They're like, no, John, you know, do not add to this position.
Now that you have the stop loss on your chart, you can also drag it up and down by putting your mouse over the green bar with the price in it on the right of the chart, according to Ty Gordon.
Yeah, he's talking about, wait.
Setting your stop loss and adjusting it, I guess.
Yeah. I'm trading the NASDAQ. I've been shorting the NASDAQ since way up here at like 35s, and we've kind of scaled out of most of it already. We had 6 contracts. We added a little bit back here. I'm going to let it test. I think my risk level is pretty solid right here. I think if we go up and hit it, you know, it's fine. And we've already locked in a bunch of profit on the day. And so 10x that. Never add when you're low. I don't know. I think adding, like, look, where I added, I didn't add down here. All right, I added after it came down and then bounced back up, right? And I think the reason I do that is because sometimes we go down, test the lows, liquidity grab up, and then start retesting and going like this, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's the plan when I add to it there. I'm not going to add down here. It's going to influence my average too negatively, if that makes sense, right? I would rather add on a bounce, see if it holds. You know, it doesn't affect my average too much if I get in right on the bounce, and then see if we get another move, another leg down, basically another continuation down, so to speak.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what I just did, but I'm gonna have to fix it. My P&L disappeared when I did that. Let's see.
Sorry.
No, it's alright.
I did it on purpose. I knew that would happen.
I know, but dude, you knew this would break my P&L. Let me see. There we go. That's better. All right, we're in here, and we're starting to drop back down here too. So we'll see if this continues. There we go. There's my P&L. All right, we're in there.
So, see.
Yeah, I guess it's okay. Oh, go ahead, Britt. Sorry, dude.
No, it's okay. Finish your thoughts. I gotta organize my thoughts real quick. Finish what you were saying.
No, I see what Fly says. I guess it's okay since you're already up. I don't know what you did, but it sounded cool. It did sound cool, bro. Run at the daily oil dump. Yeah, what's oil doing right now? I'm still in this trade. We'll see what happens here. I'm still in. Wait. Where's Toss? Here's Toss right now. Here's oil. Oil is starting to dip a little bit here. Could be trending against me, but yeah. Let's see if it holds. Yeah, I did get this cool little banner. I'll put my trades back up. You can still see my P&L right now, so. I might get stopped out. The chat's gonna awaken and be like, ha, I told you.
Oh, thanks, K-Hod. Yeah, everybody smash the like button, please.
Yeah,
Let's
I appreciate the love. What
Yeah,
are you trading?
I
I'm trading the NASDAQ. I traded the S&P 500 yesterday. Yeah, you see oil is starting to fall. I traded the S&P yesterday, but I don't know. I just like the NASDAQ a little bit more. Do you guys like the NQ or the ES more when you day trade? NASDAQ or S&P more? I'm in here with the NASDAQ. And again, this is my Tradeify Cup account. I want to see if we can ride this down some more. I think I probably could. ES. Told you, John. Honestly, we're starting to head down some more. I think I'm still probably good in this trade right now. NASDAQ and ES. I like the NASDAQ, but ES is smoother. I don't know. I like the NASDAQ. It's definitely a little bit more, yeah, it's definitely a little bit, it's a little bit harder to gauge, but hold on, let me fix this. See, now that, here, Britt, I gotta stop sharing this with you, bro.
That's fine. Let's just do all the things you want to do.
I know, man. I know. That's what I'm doing here, bro. I know you wanted me to do it, and I was like, no, can't allow it. Robot is riding with you. What's your profit target? My profit target at this point is the low of the day again. My risk is roughly break even here. We get over 75 and hold. I think that could be bad too, so. I'm gonna just let my stop loss hit it though here. I'm not gonna mess with it like that. Yeah, we're moving up there to test this. NASDAQ wiggles more unless you get out of bad trade. Sometimes ES just drags you down. Yeah. Oh, we got the ADP prelim weekly employment report. So we do have ADP data at 8:15. So we'll cover that when it drops. But it's not really market moving. Like the ADP weekly report doesn't really move markets like that. We've covered covered it historically, and we'll cover it today too. But
Has it ever really moved markets? Or
the only time was really in the middle of the shutdown when all the data was paused. Like we didn't get economic data, right? So during that period of time, the ADP report did move markets a little bit. So we moved markets some from the ADP report, and that's just because we weren't getting any other jobs data. But since then it hasn't really moved it like that. The monthly ADP report can move things a little bit. Like the monthly report can cause a little bit more volatility. All right, it looks like we're gonna get stopped out on the rest, which is fine.
Basically, when nothing else is going on, that kind of data fills the vacuum because apparently the market needs some kind of catalyst or impetus to move.
Yeah, we just got stopped out here, and that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, but no, that's right, Britt. That's right. So now that it's out,
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't kiss your stop loss and continue dumping. It definitely could, but again, we made enough money from the trade to where we're good no matter what, so. Remember, everybody hit the like button. Yeah, ADP data drops in 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes for ADP. We'll see what happens. It's not a big report, though. This is not a big report. We also have Waller, and let me see. Yeah, we got these guys, these bankers. Look at the purple bow tie. Powell would never.
Maybe totally underpriced. So maybe there's a massive externality from the academic research world to policy. Now, to some extent, we try and give back to that community, but maybe not completely. So.
Thank you. On that point of working on European questions, 2 years ago, a group of us, including Carlo Altevilda here,
look at that tie. What a tie.
Call for action that said, European questions.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow, yeah, that is a heck of a bow tie.
Oh yeah, that thing's nice.
I couldn't pull off a bow tie. I feel like it would. I don't know. I think it'd make me look creepy, to be honest.
I had to wear one recently. I did have to wear a bow tie recently. All right, guys, here we go. We got the ADP report going live in 1 minute. It's usually a little bit delayed, but we do have the ADP report going live in about a minute here. Let's see what it looks like. But it shouldn't move markets, I don't think. So we shouldn't get any market move from it. Not really. It's expected, or last time the ADP report showed up at 33,000 jobs. I don't think we're going to get any movement from it. We'll put up the NQ anyway, though. Here's the NASDAQ. Kind of a sideways trend, but here we go.
Expected numbers on that? Or?
No, they don't give out expected numbers. We do have Canadian CPI that drops at 8:30 today. Maybe that moves things for Canadian CPI. Not really, probably, but all right, here we go. Drops in about 10 seconds. It's usually a little bit more delayed though, but we'll track it and find it for ADP. But yeah, market's basically worried about inflation this morning. All right, here's 8:15, and here's the report. It's usually a little bit harder to gauge the ADP report. ADP data. Let's see what it shows. ADP data showed 42.25 thousand, so a little bit stronger jobs than expected. 42.25K for the ADP report showed up. So 42.25 thousand ADP jobs. Not a crazy beat, but it was somewhat of a beat here. It did show up a little bit stronger than last time here for ADP data, guys. So it did show up a little bit stronger. Here's what the ADP data showed. We'll put it up on screen. 42.2 thousand jobs for ADP. 42.2 thousand jobs.
And it doesn't appear to be moving anything yet, if it's going to at all.
No, it doesn't usually move things. That's why, I used to title my stream ADP jobs report, and yeah, I could cover it to try to drag people into the stream. But what I realized is that it doesn't move markets like that, and so it's not really going to, have a big influence over markets, in my opinion. The ADP report, when the shutdown was going on, we covered it a lot because we didn't have any other job data. But yeah.
That makes sense.
What about a fedora? A big clock?
I like trilbies better than fedoras, but that's just me.
I don't like either of them. I can't pull any of them off. Fedoras have a stigma. You know, they have a stigma. You know.
Why? What do you mean a stigma? Like
There's
a stigma? You do? I mean, a stigma is innately negative. You know.
Yes, 100%. Fedoras have a stigma. Am I wrong, chat? Fedoras have a stigma.
Wrong.
I don't think I am.
You're wrong.
I think
it just makes you look like you're in a noir film, like, you know, which looks awesome.
Well, yeah, but I do think fedoras have a stigma. You know.
Where are you getting this from?
Just pop culture. Do fedoras have a stigma, guys? Let me know in chat right now. Yes or no? Brit doesn't believe they do. I believe they do have a stigma.
I think
100% they have
awesome.
a stigma. Def a stigma. See, look, the chat agrees. The stigma. They do have a stigma, bro. And I think the stigma, Brit, is nerdy. Like people assume people who wear fedoras are nerds, right? And I'm a nerd, so look, you know.
You're a nerd
You're right,
if you
bro.
wear a fedora. I just thought it looked like people, you know, like look good. You know, like people wear fedoras when they dress to the nines. You know, like 20s style suits. I love those, like the 3-piece ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And also,
There's a
I wear trilbies and I look awesome in them. So
yeah. I think there's a meme for fedoras too. Yeah. So look,
fedoras have a ligma.
yeah. There's a stigma of fedoras on the internet. There is.
Well, the internet's just hateful. So you know.
Dude, I'm gonna show up tomorrow at the nicest fedora here. The nicest fedora, you know.
You got no. You should go with the Indiana Jones fedora.
That's right.
Get you a bullwhip. You know.
Yeah, they definitely do. I have no idea what I'm agreeing to. Yeah, the Milady meme. I gotta find it right now.
Okay.
Yeah. This is it right here. I can't find. It's basically making fun of LARPing, if I remember correctly.
I'm doing
can't
make
find
fun of live action role playing.
Honestly, I always thought that looked kind of fun, dude. I never did
It does look fun.
but it looks fun. I'd do it. I'm not judging you for doing it. I'd do it.
It does.
You know?
I mean, like I feel like I'd feel silly at first, you know, but then I think I'd fall back into like the childhood fun of pretending, you know.
Yeah. Hold on. NASDAQ dropping really quick here, guys. NASDAQ is falling. NATO confirms Romanian F-16 jets from NATO's Baltic air policing mission. And Lithuania shot down a drone over Estonian airspace. The ADP weekly report showed 42.25 thousand jobs, but this is not a delayed reaction to that.
I doubt it's America urging people not to travel to Ebola places.
Yeah, the market stopped me out and then continued down here. Maybe I should have raised my stop a little bit more. I have to go with risk management though. Like I could have raised my stop a little bit. I could have waited to add to it. Maybe that was my mistake here. I made a bunch of money, so I'm good. But, you know, I could have maybe done a little bit better. I made let me see. I made $240 on the trade. I think that's pretty good. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I would have made 241. But
50. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I would have lost it all, is what would have happened, realistically.
Should I wear a fedora, guys? Let me know. Should I wear a fedora?
You should, dude.
Look, yeah, Rise to Awesome just hit me this. Only a fedora? How are software as a service stocks doing? Another bearish day is predicted yesterday. Yeah, it's bearish for sure.
Dude, where did you get that picture of me?
Also, guys, give me a follow at x.com at Beginner Trades. Give me a follow at Beginner Trades. We actually got a pretty decent amount of followers on x.com. Give me a follow. There you go. At Beginner Trades. At Beginner Trades.
Show the love, everybody. Do it.
Yeah, my hair is getting to a point where I got to wear a hat. I either got to put something in it, because this is what my hair looks like when I wake up. It's just too much. Like, it's too poofy. You know, it's getting to the point where I need a hat. So, don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me. I'm wearing a hat. It should be a fedora.
You should no, dude. Honestly, your hair is the perfect like length and type of hair to do like a pompadour. You should do a pompadour, like all greased and stuff.
What's a pompadour?
Look it up. Or you could do a duck cut. I'm telling you, dude, you have the perfect hair for it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the Grease haircut, you know, like John Travolta in Grease, you know?
Yeah. And Carol could dress up as Sandy, you know?
Yeah. I was really into motorcycles when I was young, and so I remember watching Grease being like, this is going to be a great motorcycle movie, you know? And then it was a stupid musical. I hate musicals.
That's not true, everybody. John sings the Grease Lightning song in the mirror every morning to get pumped.
I waited for the action to happen and it never happened, you know? They just started singing.
I like the movie, but like I recognize it for what it is. It's not a good movie.
Yeah. All right. NASDAQ still falling down here. I should have held, guys, you know? The chat told me not to do it. I did it. Is there any news? We don't have any economic data outside of ADP today. No, it's pretty boring. Honestly, I kind of want to short again. Chat.
No, but NVIDIA's outlook will be a test of its strategy to maintain AI dominance. Apparently, it's another article I just found.
And NVIDIA's breaking down, though. NVIDIA's under 220s right now in markets. So under 220s in NVIDIA.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's talking about how NVIDIA is expected to deliver another blockbuster earnings report on Wednesday, but a shift in how artificial intelligence is used is raising doubts on how long its dominance in AI chips can last. After years of near monopoly in chips used to train AI systems, NVIDIA is facing competition from tech giants building their own chips to capture demand that is shifting toward processors that run AI systems, respond to queries, and can carry out tasks in real time. It's a pretty cool, pretty good article.
Yeah, Microsoft is moving up. So Microsoft's heading up to 428, speaking about tech. If I look at, let me see, what article are you looking at, Britt? Let me pull it up.
NVIDIA's outlook test strategy.
So let me get out of this. I got too many windows up here, dude. Fix it out of that. Fix it out of this. There it is. Okay, I found it.
You can basically just skip the first two paragraphs. That's what I just read.
Okay, so which one are you talking about? NVIDIA's outlook?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about AI earnings, right? And NVIDIA has earnings on Wednesday. The thing about AI earnings is that we are getting it to a point where markets are incredibly strict with microchip earnings. So Alphabet has emerged as a challenger to NVIDIA, obviously. NVIDIA stock is up 19% on the year. It's still lagged a lot of other positions, though. NVIDIA is expected to post a 79% jump in revenue, its fastest growth in more than a year, according to LSEG data.
Wow.
Yeah. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang said the company has secured enough supplies to meet demand. The surge is being driven by massive spending for customers, including Microsoft, Meta, and Big Tech. See what happens. Everything looking good for NVIDIA tomorrow. If we don't get the Laughing Guy song before the opening bell, it's BS. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, dude. You'll really hear of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's apparently it's it's a larger market now, but a more competitive one with Intel, AMD, Alphabet, and Amazon all pushing their own alternatives. The big question is whether NVIDIA's ecosystem can keep up. Can keep its lead as the AI market evolves.
Yeah. John is not sorry. Everything looking good for NVIDIA tomorrow? I hope so, man. NVIDIA broke all-time highs and then pulled back some. Right, so if we take a look at NVIDIA's chart. NVIDIA broke all-time highs recently, pulled back some, hit 241s. I think it's in a reasonable pullback ahead of earnings. And so this does make me bullish on NVIDIA earnings. I'm not an investment professional. I might be wildly wrong about anything I say or do here. And so no, like, I might be wrong about all this stuff. But
I mean, do you feel like maybe barring some major innovation to the technology by a competitor, NVIDIA is maybe a little too big at this point to unseat?
Yeah, I think they have a big lead on everybody for Nvidia. Now, you could always unseat them, but I think they have a big lead on everybody basically. And so they're in a pretty good spot. But I also think markets are being a little strict with them. Look at Nvidia. So Nvidia actually dipping down some here. Are you guys bullish or bearish on Nvidia, chat, for tomorrow's earnings? We do have tomorrow's earnings for Nvidia. Let me know if you're bull or bear.
I don't know. I mean, if these other companies are eating into their market share, I don't know. I mean, they're so strong. I mean, I'm going to say bull, but they're clearly having more competition than they did.
Yeah. Yeah, I got stopped out and then we went right back down. Kind of hurts. Somebody told me that would happen. You can't criticize a winning trade too much. Omega bear, bull, dump it, mini bull, bull. I sold my 2x leverage Nvidia at 230s. Bull on Nvidia, bull, double beat. Yeah, I'm slightly bullish on Nvidia earnings, but I don't think it's super predictable. I think it's hard to figure out how markets are going to react to it. I won't be trading Nvidia earnings. Toxic says bullish. Bull. Wolf. Everyone talks about Nvidia forward PE, but not PS. Also, they don't have Chinese market share anyway. Nvidia overvalued. Google and Blackstone to create AI cloud company. I'm going bull the way the CEO was chilling. They could sell in China now. Yeah, but will China buy it? You know, China's going to buy domestic chips most likely, right?
Yeah, well, NVIDIA says it has enough supply for several quarters, but slower data center buildouts could limit demand. China remains uncertain, and margins may come under pressure later from memory and packaging costs, plus the ramp of Rubin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true.
I thought all that up just now.
Yeah, I mean, that was in Brit's head, guys. That was in Brit's head.
Yeah, you know, just off the top of, you know.
Nvidia post earnings is always bearish. Markets will have a sympathy drop. Maybe. They definitely could. They definitely could. Yeah, so they definitely could. Yeah, and if you're gonna use the sale for Lucid, right? I think direct to funded makes sense. I mean, you can get some cheap accounts, but direct to funded, you get 50% off your first 2 purchases, and then after that, it reverts to 40. I think if you're gonna do it, you should do it direct to funded because you get like a really cheap direct to funded account. Like if I'm on Lucid right now. Trying to see how much. Yeah. So if I'm on Lucid right now and I use code BGT. Yeah, dude. 50% off. So bro, right now on Lucid, dude, just you can get a 25k direct to funded account. Like I just tried it. Look at this. It's $170 right now. $170 if you use my code. $170 on Lucid right now for a 25k direct to funded. That's very cheap, very cheap. Again, you can check out this link here if you want to help support us, but that is very cheap. You get this for 2 tries, so you can get 2 of this. Honestly, if you want to go with a big account right on Lucid right now, right? If you want to go for, you can get 150k Lucid direct. It's usually $588 right now. How much does it save on this?
I feel like it. What did you say?
$170? $420, bro. $420. 150k Lucid direct to funded, bro. That is very cheap, dude. Very cheap. If you use code BGT, look at this. 150k direct to funded, $420 right now, dude. I'm definitely gonna scoop one of these up using the 50% off code. You know, it's just so cheap, bro. Right now, 50%. Well, you get it for 2. You get it for 2, right? You know, again, code BGT will get you the discount, but man, that's very cheap. Very cheap, dude.
I mean, heck, at those prices, you really can't afford not to, you know?
Yeah, do it now, guys. Do it now. No, but it genuinely is cheap, right? $400 basically for direct to funded on Lucid is very cheap. Again, here's the link if you want to do it. Code BGT will get you the discount. Prices? Like if you want it normally, it's 40% off. So,
okay.
Yeah. Here's the code right there. Yeah. Brit's gonna trade BGT. Directed funded means no targets to meet. Directed funded means it's not an eval. You can just go straight to funding. Getting on fire. You know, so like I can get, dude, for 150k, dude, I might buy this right now, dude. I think I am gonna buy this right now. Oh, I'm doing it.
You're gonna show everybody you buying it. I mean, I know you are, but I'm just kidding. Ooh.
Here's the NASDAQ. All right, guys. So yeah, Nasdaq started bounce. Is it a long or short right here? I don't know what I'm, you know, what to do here, but
I don't know. It's so sideways.
Yeah, the 20% consistency is not that bad. You just have to trade small until you're past the consistency. You know?
Yeah.
Right. Like you just gotta trade small until you're past it.
Just until you see a larger break one way or the other.
Right. Yeah, like with the 20% consistency, you basically can't trade. You can't 20. Your largest day's profit can't be over 20% of your total profit.
Okay.
So you just gotta trade small at first, you know.
Yeah. Build into it.
Right.
Whatever.
I don't mind it. And most direct to fund is like almost all of them have that 20% consistency rule, you know. So like it's not the end of the world, bro. It's not that bad.
Yeah. What's Warsh's take on that? On handling the Fed, dovish, hawkish, cautious, reckless? I don't know. Has he? Has he talked about what he plans to do going into the job at all yet?
I mean, he is very strict with. He doesn't want us to print, so he'll probably be less printing. Software flip. Yeah, I use Lucid. Yeah, I use Lucid for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm watching Microsoft. Microsoft started to dip. I still kind of want to short this, guys. So I still am very tempted to short this. I guess I'll try it right here. Look, we'll take 4 contracts right here on the short side. I think we've rebounded enough. Let's see how this goes. So we are shorting.
So Sam says that he thinks that DTF is only suitable for people with a few years of experience and multiple PAs, and that it's a bad idea for a noob. Would you agree with that? Just out of curiosity. And I'm asking because I don't know.
It depends on how much money you have. Hey, thank you for the donation, or thank you for the subscribe. It depends on how much money you have, realistically. Like if you have enough money to where you don't feel like taking an eval, it takes too much time. I'm okay with doing it, you know. If going direct to fund it will give you more room, which it does, to get used to trading, I think it's fine. But it depends on how much money you have. If you're brand new and you don't have that much money, yeah, I mean, but at this point in time, $400. It depends on how long does it take you on average to pass evals? If it takes you a while and you keep blowing them and you have to keep buying more, then in that regard, direct to fund it might be good if it's cheap enough. So it just depends. It just depends. It's not a one size fits all thing in this way. So.
Okay, yeah. I just like getting 2 different points of views, you know, or possibly different points of views. Because, I mean, you could have said the exact same thing for all I knew.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry. I'm trying to get my P&L up so you guys can see it here. I'm down right now.
And honestly, I value his opinion, you know, based on the interactions that we've had. So I wanted to get a contrast on that.
Yeah, all good. So I am down here, guys. I am down. There's my P&L right here. We'll see if we reject the 200 exponential. I'll probably get stopped out here if, obviously, if it keeps going up.
Yeah, I just thought it was a good comment, Stam. I just wanted to get a little bit of perspective on it.
Software flip. If you can't pass evals, you won't make money with funded. Yeah, this is some news that's driving the market up. I gotta cut it. This looks news driven of some sort. Let me see if there's anything coming out right now. I see forces have redirected 88 commercial vessels. CENTCOM says a U.S. sailor stands watch aboard USS Abraham Lincoln as the aircraft carrier transits the Arabian Sea on May 18th.
I don't think that would. I mean, that's. I heard about this news yesterday. I don't think. I mean, the redirected vessels. I don't think that would really do anything.
Yeah, look at this move here, though, man. Wow. ECB Nagle, the ECB.
Maybe we got a tweet.
Yeah, it could be a tweet. Something's going on right now. Nasdaq's popping higher here. Look at the Nasdaq go. Here's oil. Oil's not really moving, so it could be stock related. Let's see what stocks are moving. Nvidia has rebounded all the way back up to almost 221s, is what it looks like is driving this. So this is stock market news. What's your recommendation for futures beginner? Take it slow, trade small. Trade slow, trade small. You're going to watch people and they're going to take huge, crazy, big size. The better way is to trade small and steady and learn with small size. Take one micro contract, and just trade really small.
Yeah, that's all I did yesterday. I'm too scared to trade in multiple contracts at this point.
Yeah, you just want to learn with small size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm green on the day JDW. So I mean, I'm green on the day. We had one winning trade, one losing trade, and so, we're green. Now you're giving advice. Trump just tweeted what the reflecting pool looks like with water.
Did they already clean it?
Leak? No. The disclaimer said at the beginning, I'm not giving advice, dude. I don't even know what advice is. I definitely don't give it. No. Me telling people to trade small, I think, is the right thing to tell them. Like, I think telling people to trade small in the beginning, especially, it becomes really tempting. Like, look, there's a lot of gambling out in trading, right? There's a lot of gambling. Most day traders lose money. And so when you watch a lot of other people trade, they're going to be taking this big size. They're going to be making $1,000, and then they're going to use that to try to send you to their Discord and sell you a course, but they're not really showing you everything. And most of the time they're making way more money marketing things than they are trading, which I can't criticize because that's kind of how it is for everybody. But the easiest way to put it is that the way you learn is by trading small. Like, not by trading large, not by taking these big crazy gains and jumping into it. And I get it. That's the most exciting thing. That's the thing that might bring the most eyes. I understand. But the better move is just to trade very small, very slow, very steady. And just, yeah.
I happen to agree with you, but it looks like he was just teasing you.
Yeah. He trades off the 1 minute 200 moving average. I trade off. Here's the VWAP. I trade off the VWAP, the 200 exponential. I trade off the trend. Y'all can't criticize me after I have one losing trade, guys. Come on now. It's like you have one winning trade, silence. One losing trade, dude. You suck. I know, man. I know. I do suck. I do suck, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Here's the Nasdaq. We're at 28.9s. This is a Nasdaq. It's not oil. Really, we're in a sideways range if we're really being honest here. We're in this. You got to look at higher time frames to get a bias, which I'm assuming higher time frames is bearish. No. Slight bear. I mean, we got a bearish trend that we've been in since the 14th, really, if we look at it. Longer term bearish trend. So, we'll see if we continue down, but... Boo this man, I know.
I like the booing from Princess Bride better.
Boo this man. Not advice, it's common sense. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely common sense. I mean, listen, what I've shown is that you can grow on YouTube by telling people you have no idea what you're talking about. So I see Warner Bros. Discovery kicks off loan sale tied to Paramount Skydance, according to Bloomberg TV. Don't trade small. There's no common sense. Yeah, I mean, look, we start to get over some of these highs. We'll see, you know. But for now, I'm just kind of taking it really slow and steady. Let me put this screen back up. Let me get the DOM out the way. We're in that high volume area of the volume profile, though. And I'm worried we're going to chop sideways because we have NVIDIA earnings coming out. Yeah. Russia doing nuclear drills. That's not good. But aren't they always?
Yeah, I mean, seems like it. U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent, I'm confident that Guaidó will successfully guide monetary policy, and Saudi cabinet stresses importance of increasing joint coordination to face current challenges in the region.
Yeah, there's been a lot of interesting stuff with the Bank of Japan. Much more hawkish sentiment lately, scaring traders. Yeah, sorry, I'm fixing my position list. There we go.
Do we have any insight on that? I mean, into that? Like, what's causing their...
Well, the Bank of Japan had a really hawkish, or a really dovish low interest rate environment for years and years and years for the Bank of Japan. Right, for years and years they had a really hawkish, or I'm sorry, a really dovish negative interest rate for some time, super low interest rate and a lot of others. So people used the Bank of Japan, the Japanese yen, to get really cheap leverage, right? Because they had such a good interest rate, or such a favorable interest rate, and they would buy up U.S. assets with it. And so basically those markets got really used to that low interest rate environment, you know. And what we've seen over the last year is we've seen a less favorable interest rate environment for the Japanese yen, more hawkish sentiment, more fears about inflation, higher interest rate potential. And what that's caused is some sell-offs in U.S. assets, because a lot of it's tied to the Japanese yen low interest rate environment, kind of a piggyback trade off of it, so to speak. And so people watch the Bank of Japan in U.S. terms for that specific dynamic change. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for the explanation.
Size shouldn't be an issue if you have a good system. Of course it's an issue, though. No new trader likes to... Like, most new traders are going to struggle with size. Right? The bigger number on screen, the more emotional they get to it. Sure, if you're a robot, it doesn't matter. Right? But most traders are going to struggle with size. Like, that's just inevitable of it. Like, you're going to struggle with size. And so I just think it's a normal part of trading, is that you're going to struggle with it. Like, the bigger the number... Yeah, the bigger the number, the worse it's going to be. The harder it's going to be with size. In trading, guys. Get your mind out the gutter, chat. But no. Yeah, join our Discord. Is the bond market in dysfunction right now? NASDAQ holding right there at that 200 exponential. This is why I watch the 200 exponential on a 1 minute chart. People can criticize me, but look, 200 exponential 1 minute chart right there. Looking at them too, making nervous. Where are you guys from this morning? Guys, I am sitting here at my home in Houston, Texas.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Britt is in Louisiana. Britt is in Louisiana. Where are you guys from? You ready to lose midterms? Me lose? Dude, I'm not rooting for either side. I don't care about any of that stuff. Fort Knox, Kentucky. What's up, Todd? South Carolina. Nice.
Lebanon.
Pensacola, Memphis, UK. Florida. Tennessee, Dubai, Australia. The thumb of Michigan, Pittsburgh, Florida. Mom's basement. I can respect it. Hopefully it's a nice basement, though. Mount Dora, Florida. Home. The streets. Dallas, Texas. Germany. What's up, Oscar? Welcome to the channel, bro. Philly. The slums of Albuquerque. Strait of Hormuz. Memphis in May. The future. Gaza. Sweden. Thailand. Welcome, guys. Welcome. What's the play right now? Is it long or short? I don't know. Australia.
Good to see you all here, everybody.
Yeah.
Holland.
Pearland, Texas, India, Dallas, Taiwan, Hungary, South Africa, Colombia, Cloud9, trading from the John right now. I took offense to that, chatboard. Northish, Texas. Is northern Texas even real? You know, like that's the question you have to ask yourself. Is it a real place? You know.
I don't know. I've heard of it in fairy tales and things like that.
Yeah.
Istanbul. Yeah,
is it a real place?
You're trading from the John. This reminds me of Robin Hood Men in Tights. From henceforth, all toilets in the kingdom will be known as Johns. No.
Yeah, I took offense to that, bro. You know what's strange though? So look, we have two Somalia guys say it at the same time. What are the odds that they're right next to each other? I think that's very strange. It's got to be some type of bot, is what it looks like to me. It's got to be some type of bot.
It might be. Amarillo is real. I mean, so say you. I mean, yeah. I've never been there.
North Texas is a real place.
Just because George Strait wrote a song about it doesn't mean anything to me.
Look, see, then they comment to get together. But one says haha, the other one has a laughing emoji. Tell me they're not in unison with each other, working together. It's a conspiracy here, bro. I see it. I see it, dude. It's a conspiracy. I know it.
A vast Somali conspiracy. Nah. I don't know. I mean, like it might be. it's a little weird, but like it might be real. You know.
Yeah, you could be real people, guys. All right, so we're holding at the 200 exponential. 28,900 did cause a bounce.
Yeah, whatever. Let's see.
I am not a bot, I'm the captain.
Nah, we're just teasing you, man. A little bit.
I feel attacked, bro. I feel attacked.
You should feel attacked.
I do, bro. I do. Listen, this is how I feel, man. You know.
Feel your feelings, John.
Yeah, like emo John's coming out here. You know.
Gonna go with the eyeliner and stuff again.
One day I'm gonna come on stream like that. You know.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. One day I'm just gonna show up. Boom. Here I am. You have to come to Ethiopia.
I've heard Ethiopian food is really good. I would actually like to try it.
My dad always brought me to my dad used to always bring me to this African restaurant growing up. He was friends with the owner, you know? The owner was from Africa, so it was like really, you know, it was really good. It was really good.
Oh, I bet it was good. I bet it was hot too, wasn't it? Like spicy.
Right. As a kid, I'm like, no, African food, I don't want it, you know? And then I ate it, and I was like, dude, this stuff's pretty good. I actually like it. And so we used to go there. Good times, good times.
Heck yeah. I didn't know there was an African restaurant like in Baton Rouge.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember the name of it. It was so long ago. Time to listen to the song. Rome, Pepper Soup.
I like the sound of pepper soup.
Yeah. What do we do here, guys? Again, long or short right now? I can't... I don't really like either direction. We're kind of, honestly, we're perfectly flat right now. We're at the top of the range here for sure. But we're not really doing anything. We're not really doing anything.
Yeah, no, it just looks like a heartbeat monitor.
Yeah. Is gold easier to trade today, guys? Let's see. Where's gold at? What's gold doing? I'm assuming gold with the market is down some today. Yeah, gold is down, but gold is very sideways too. The range might be actually kind of attractive here on gold, though, as long as they don't break past this. I see some news that came out that U.S. military officials say that the Iranian regime has demonstrated enormous resilience and the ability to inflict significant damage to the region and on the global economy, and so far, their nuclear stockpile has not been touched, according to New York Times reported yesterday. Yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be good or bad.
I would take that as negative, to be honest, because to me that demonstrates a readiness for aggression.
More conflict, again. Right? Yeah, for sure. An extended conflict period is what I think this. Markets might interpret this as a negative as well. This news just came out, but the Nasdaq is so flat right now. S&P flat, gold flat. Gold is really flat. The only thing really moving is kind of software companies like Microsoft is green. Nvidia, not software, but Nvidia's been moving a little bit. What about like CrowdStrike? CrowdStrike has had a good few days, so we have seen a software rebound here. What's Carol calling me for? Red, hold it down. I'll be right back.
Okay. Fried caterpillar, actually rich in protein. I would love to try fried caterpillar, actually. Like, I know it seems a little off-putting, but I would still like to try it. Go away, John. I'm talking about stuff. Oh, he wouldn't talk to me. I'm just teasing you, man.
Yeah, dude, how nice. My son is like, hey, dude, hey, Dad, I forgot to tell you bye this morning. He's telling me bye for school. So, good kid. Just a good kid.
That is a very sweet thing to do.
Yeah, just a good kid, man. Just a good kid.
Yeah,
most of the time. Anyways. Yeah, gold flat, boring. Nasdaq pretty flat, boring. We're at the top of the range, though, so maybe we start to do some stuff.
I don't care if they can't hear you. You stop talking to my ear when I'm holding the chat down. I was actually doing a terrible job, so I'm glad you came back quickly. I was talking about the fried caterpillar comment in the chat.
Yeah, I'm here. AI Brit is so much smarter than the host. Honestly, I got an advertisement, right? And it's really kind of scary and what it might mean for the future, but I got an advertisement and it was basically like, it started out and it had this girl doing like a video intro. And then about 30 seconds into the thing, it switched and she came out and she said, hey, this is the real me. That is not actually me speaking right now. Like that is AI right now. That is AI version of me. It's not the real me. So it's shown that AI has gotten to a point where it can look virtually identical to the real person. Like I could get an AI John right now that came out hosting the stream. Realistically, I could send it hours and hours of historical data on my stream, and it would probably talk and joke and interact exactly like I do, which is a scary dynamic. Like that's a scary thing, but we have gotten to that point with AI. And the scarier part is that over the next 5, 10, 15 years, it's only going to get better and better and better and better, fortunately or unfortunately. And so we'll see what happens to the media world, but that is where we're at now.
What are you saying, John?
I'm saying AI John is smarter than real John, is what I'm saying.
I know, I was doing the HAL 9000 voice, What are you doing, Dave?
Yeah. That's, again, AI scary.
It honestly, it is really scary. I don't know.
Is this good or bad, chat? Put good or bad in chat right now.
I saw an article a couple days ago, or maybe it was like a headline on a news program. I really can't remember, to be honest with you, talking about that there's a very real chance that AI may be like mankind's last invention, because it's basically just going to take over everything and do all of our inventing for us.
Yeah, it's definitely not good, bro. It's definitely not good.
Like, if it went down, positive lines, I'd say okay, but still at the same time, human beings by their nature need goals and things to do. Like it's not good for us to just sit around and have no challenge and no goals.
Yeah, and Elon, like as an example, thinks that, and again, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with Elon. I'm just saying Elon thinks that we're going to have a universal basic income because AI is going to replace all of our jobs in the future. Here's the problem. Yeah, but here's the issue, right? Like, free money is not good, right? Because if everybody has it, it doesn't mean anything, right? No offense, but like, if everybody has it, the price of everything is just going to rise. You know, like prices are just going to go up, and so giving people free money is usually not the right move. Like, it seems like it's going to help, and if you're struggling, like, obviously free money sounds great. The issue is that if everybody has it, it means nothing, right? Like, if everybody gets free money, the price of everything's just going to rise with it. You know, like if you gave everybody in the US $1 million, right? You might be like, "Ooh, that would be a life saving. I'd have $1 million." Bro, within 2 months, prices would rise so substantially, you'd be right back to where you were, right? Like, everything would equal out. It would even out very quickly just because of how it works. And so, I don't know, man. I think that's a scary future altogether.
No, I agree. I mean, so if everybody's on universal basic income, there's no, jobs, no real source of income other than that. Like you said, nobody's gonna be able to build wealth. Like, how do you change your station in life? Like, if when this happens, you already don't have very much. How do you improve? How do you grow? How do you gain assets? You can't.
Yeah.
That's very damaging. And basically, it's gonna lock in like wealth classes.
Sure, 100%, absolutely. You know, 95%. Yeah, let's see what we do here. NASDAQ is right at this 200 exponential here, so we are right here. 914s, 915s.
I agree with you, Sam.
Yeah. I do not agree with you, John. In what way? You can agree or disagree. It's all good here. I'm very neutral, and I'm very moderate on a lot of things, to be honest. Like, people think I really swing to one side. I'm pretty moderate on everything. But yeah, let me know.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, he talked about. I mean, not a lot, but several different things. What do you disagree with him on?
Yeah, I talked about AI. Inflation is America's biggest problem. Well, right now it certainly is. I think inflation that we've seen over the past,
it's the world's problem right now.
6-7 years. You know, really since 2020. You had a lot of stuff in 2020 that spiked inflation. You had supply chain problems. You had stimulus checks. You had quantitative easing. You had super low interest rate environment, right? Like, all of these things happened all at once, and we're still kind of dealing with that inflation. I talk about this a lot, but we're still kind of dealing with that. And so people look at inflation, right? Even before this conflict, people were like, "Oh, inflation's high," and the rate at which it's, like, the percentage inflation rate wasn't super high prior to March. What people are still feeling, though, is the rises that we've seen in the last 5 or 6 years in prices. They don't really go down. Like, once they spike, you're kind of stuck with them. And the best you can hope for is a couple break-even years to kind of even it out a little bit. But people still aren't used to the prices we're paying now. Food's expensive right now. You know, like we talked about dog food earlier. Dog food, ridiculously expensive. You know, like dog treats, bro. Like, you buy a bag of dog jerky, it's like $50, dude. $50.
Dude, I can't even afford to eat it anymore.
Yeah, I know. Dude, Britt, listen. You know, I sent you one for Christmas. My dogs are lucky. I love them. You know, they get jerky anyway, but they better appreciate that jerky, you know. All right, so a Lebanese official tells Al Jazeera that the American sponsor of the negotiations must bear his responsibilities and impose a decisive and comprehensive ceasefire. Hey, what's up, VA? Keep physical gold and silver.
Standard Chartered to bet bigger on AI, cut over 7,000 jobs. That's not good.
Yeah. No, that's not good. All right, so it's 9 a.m. here, guys. Yeah, two shepherds do eat a lot, bro. One of them eats a little bit more than the other, though. You know, Bruce eats way more than Rosie. Rosie's kind of like a snooty eater. You know, if I give her just kibble, she's like, "Get this peasant food away from me." You know, Bruce will eat whatever I give him, dude. I could give Bruce medication. You know, Bruce is the only dog I've ever seen that doesn't fight me when I give him medication. I can give Bruce raw medication; he will eat that out of my hand, not even care. You know, he's like, "What's next?"
I wish my dog had been like that. I couldn't make her take medicine. Like, no matter what I hit it in, she would like chew the food around it and spit the medicine. I don't know how she did it.
Yeah,
I want a King Shepherd. I've been looking into those.
Yeah. Honestly, market news is a little bit quiet today. We just don't have as much going on. I see Pentagon urged no resumption of strikes as Iran grew more effective tracking U.S. air operations, but it's kind of slow right now. We don't have much going on. It's the day before NVIDIA earnings. I think markets could be kind of quiet leading into this. Like, I really do. I think markets can be just kind of quiet leading into this, you know. How long can the economy hold with these numbers? What's up, Lyrics? My guy, I was at a hammer on the NASDAQ. Yeah, I said to you, that's why I asked. I saw that cut on your hand, Sam, and I was like, what kind of dog is this? You told me it was a Belgian. I immediately understood. Those things are like alligators, bro. Especially the puppies, dude. The puppies are freaking, you know.
I want to go look in it. I'm going to go see if I can find it. I want to see the puppies.
Oh, no, it's not a video of the puppies. It's a video of, you know. It's a video of, like, somebody else's puppies, not Sam's.
Oh, okay, well, never mind. I see the cut, though. That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, man. Belgians are like that, though. I would never get a Belgian. I just don't have the time to devote to a Belgian. I have 2 German Shepherds, so it's not much of a difference, but the difference is still significant. All right, guys. We're at 28,918s, 28,918s. I see Amazon's year-long effort to build a serious alternative to NVIDIA's dominant AI chips is starting to gain traction. Amazon, though? Let me see. I mean, I'm in Amazon. I told you guys this earlier. I didn't even realize I was in Microsoft. But yeah. I got a great entry. Yeah, I got a great entry. Amazon, my average is 197s. So I am in Amazon, just to put this in perspective. I bought this last year, though. Dude, my entry on Amazon might be the best entry I've ever had. I got in at my technical entry is 197.57.95, right? So I got in Amazon literally right here. I don't know if it was here or here when I got in, but I got in Amazon around this level right here. So I'll take it. And
where is it now?
It's at 264s, 265s.
Dang.
Yeah, I am up percentage-wise 34%, but basically. Yeah, it's easy to make money when tech's running like it is this year. Nice one. I paper-handed Amazon 225 to 232. Yeah, difference is speed. When oil gets to 120. Bought in the red candle. What's up, Chewy? I'm trying to trade today too. Like, we've got into 2 trades. I'm still green technically on the day, I believe. But recently, you know, the price action is really slowed for markets, right? Like, really, really slowed. Like, we're just not doing anything at this point in time. We're kind of consolidating around the 200 EMA. You know, and now we're just kind of sitting tight. We are starting to dip right now, though. Look at this drop showing up in markets. Here's the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's coming back down. We're under the 200 EMA. Yields are spiking. Yeah, I'm looking up news right now. I don't really see too much. We got in this nice little drop. I might short this under the 200 exponential and then add to it if it goes in my favor. Alright, we shorted it. I'll show you guys the trade. Hold on. I might add to this though. We got a nice little red move here. We're under the, I like the volume profile area that we're at now. Dude, why does my volume profile keep, or my trying to show you guys my average. There we go. Man, we are flushing down here. I'm going to take a little bit off right now. Look at this drop. I'm going to take a little bit more off, and then I'm going to add to this if it goes in my favor here. It looks news-driven, though. Let's see if we can find anything. Yeah, look at this drop. Are we seeing drops in oil as well right now simultaneously, or is this just drops in NVIDIA and others? Yeah, NVIDIA's falling down. Oil is not really doing too much. It is up over the last 3 or 4 minutes here. I see an informed military source told Tasnim that attacks 2 days ago in the UAE was carried out by Israel. I'm going to reduce my size a little bit more here. And I'm going to hold the rest slightly over break even. I'm going to use this level right here as my break even level now with just one contract. Set my stop loss right above break even and then just let the rest work. See if we crack down and break lows on the day and continue down is what I'm looking at. Yeah, yield's going up. That's the 9 a.m. swing. Yeah, maybe, but it's a pretty big swing. Look at this.
Yeah, we had a pretty big down candle at 9 a.m. But it looks like it's recovering. So maybe it was just the 9 a.m. swing.
Uh-oh, guys. You hear this? Look at this trade, dude. It's going for me. I'm starting to like this song. It's the song, Brit. Look at this, dude. Tell me if you guys see any news. I see 30-year treasuries. The yields are spiking right now. Markets are pricing in hawkishness. Yeah. The timing, guys. The timing. Look at this trade, dude. I'm going to lower my stop loss a little bit here. I'm going to set my stop loss here now. In the profit. I could also add to this, is what I'm considering doing. We're right at lows of the day here. We're heading closer to the opening bell. Let's see if this drop continues.
Yeah,
oil is... Go ahead, Britt. Sorry.
I was going to ask, taking the volume profile into account, do you think it's going to keep running down? Or do you think it's going to meet some support?
We could stop right here at 8:30. But I'm up so much, and the momentum's so strong on the downside that I kind of have to... I don't think I'm going to add to this, guys. I think I'm just going to cut it right here and get out. You know, we've already locked in an extra $130 on one micro contract, and so I don't think it makes sense to just keep pushing here, you know? Like, we're really green on the day. Yeah, what's up, Universal? Hey, good job, brother. What's up, Norman? Hey, good job, guys. They are sweeping the shorts. Add and take profit. Yeah, I got out. Yeah, we can stop right here at 8:30. Yeah, so yeah, we can stop right there at 8:30. Alright, now that the song is basically over, we'll turn the volume back down. Looks like we got out almost at the bottom, though. Yeah, we got out almost at the bottom. John set this up. I really didn't. It's just the playlist. Honestly, I've accepted the song now. Yeah, yield spike it up a little bit. Hey, yeah, give me a follow at Beginner Trades. We appreciate it. I see silver's falling down a little bit here, guys. So if we look at silver, silver's dipping down as well. Here's gold. Gold is down. Kind of following macro markets. Here's the S&P 500. It's at the bottom of the range again, but we've kind of faded For sure. I've mostly been shorting today. We'll see if that dynamic continues, but the song is growing on me a little bit. I think we flush at the open. Yeah, let's do a poll here. So we have a poll already. Is inflation baked into the market? 57% say yes, 43% say no.
What do you think?
Are you bullish or bearish? Hold on. Are you bullish or bearish on markets at open? This is going to be the poll question here. Vote on the poll. I think it depends on how long the conflict lasts. I talked about this earlier, but I think it really depends on how long this conflict lasts. You know, if the conflict lasts a long time, obviously it's not fully baked in. I think we're going to have sustained inflation. If it ends soon, obviously that's great. And, you know, we'll see. But I think it depends on how long this conflict lasts, really. And so, and I don't necessarily think we have any optimistic things for the conflict ending. I think there's been a lot of back and forth. You know, some people have said the conflict was going to end soon. Others have said that, you know, maybe it's going to last a little bit longer than expected here. And so we'll see. But I think conflict is going to have the biggest influence. No deal. A lot of economists say the 1 minute before midnight is oil. Yeah, oil has been interesting. It's still elevated on the day, though, but it's holding, right? And the Nasdaq's falling back down. I could short this, but to be honest, the range has been so consistent this morning. I think I have to wait a little bit. You know, here is the range right now. So we'll see if it holds, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, just be careful, Britt.
And got a set point to get out on both ends.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not risking much. I mean, I'm only taking one contract at a time.
Yeah. Exxon. Britt is your uncle? Yes. Yeah, that's Uncle Britt right there. You know,
they call me
right.
Uncle Buck.
Yeah. Right.
That's because I look just like John Candy.
He does. Him and John Candy. Sometimes I think John Candy is back, you know, when I look at Britt, and then I realize it's just Britt, you know.
Yeah. But it gives you like the nostalgia feels, you know, every time you see me. That's really why we're friends. John just likes, you know, John Candy movies.
I do, you know. There'll be some John Hughes and John Candy, you know.
Hell, I mean, heck yeah. All right.
Yeah. Movie's a great indicator of market participants. Bear flaggy. Yeah, I don't know. I think we've had, at this point in time, one of the biggest things to watch is this level. This 840 level right here. We have confirmed that level 4 or 5 times. So I'm definitely watching this level. You know, same thing with the top here. I mean, look, we've gone up and down around this level here. So we have the top and bottom of this range. And I think most traders see this. It's so obvious in charts right now. Most traders are watching this range. And so when we break on one side, obviously there's 2 potential outcomes. We could break down underneath it, trap a bunch of shorts, and then rebound back up and get back in the range. I think a lot of traders like trading that reclaim kind of strategy. Or obviously we could just continue down and really get fearful. Let me know which one you guys like more. Do you guys like the reclaim, attacking that range again if it fakes people out? If it traps people? Or do you guys like the continuation when it breaks this range? Let me know. But I think we should watch this range here. Volume profile, you know, we have a high volume node here, you know. So you could argue like a range down here or whatever, but I'm trading on Tradevate right now. Yeah, we're on Tradevate right now. Pulling upwards. Yeah, I don't see really any news. We're kind of sideways. But I see now, you know, ServiceNow, software company, it's back up today. It's almost to 110s. Opening bell's going to be here in 14 minutes. Like I said, guys, we did buy a Lucid 150K because a Lucid 150K right now, you can get it for like 400 bucks basically. You know, like we bought a Lucid. Right now it's 50% off for your first 2 uses. And I know some of you guys might want to use it for like just evals, but dude, 150K Lucid direct to funded is $420 right now. Very cheap right now, 50% off. You can use it for 2 uses, right? So you can really get 250K funded accounts for 840 bucks right now. That's pretty cheap. And so again, you want to check it out. Link is in the description. You can also see the link pinned at the bottom of the chat. Use code BGT. It'll get you that discount. You get 50% off twice. You can only use it 2 times. So if you waste it on evals, I mean, you can use it on evals. Don't get me wrong. But it's pretty cheap.
Why do you think maybe you shouldn't? I mean, I don't know.
I'm not going to use it on evals. I'm going to use it on direct to funded if when I use it. So I already used it on one this morning. I got a 150K direct to funded Lucid account for 420 bucks. Pretty good. I'll take it. And so that's what I'm going to use it on specifically is direct to funded. You know, we get you can use it twice. So
yeah.
Do you think Nvidia earnings will pump the stock market? I don't know, man. A lot of the time Nvidia reacts negatively to earnings. So maybe, you know. $802, everything dropped 1% across the board. Yeah, people are worried, you know, about it. You know, we were getting really optimistic things in geopolitics. Oil just spiked up though. So oil, if we take a look at it here, is up to 103.70s right now. Or 103s, 103.80s. So oil has been moving up over basically since 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We're still in this range though. I want to see if this 830 level breaks. I'm just worried about a fake out. I'm worried we're going to break this 830 level and then we're immediately going to retrace back up. By the lagger, regardless of the conflict. 1 minute short of 3 minute.
I just took my loss and got out.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it though, like the thing to understand here, Britt, is that when we do this so much, like when we say sideways, people were like, oh, well, it's going to continue sideways. But think of it kind of like chipping away at a tree, right? You tap it once, you tap it twice, you tap it 3 times, you tap it 4 times, right? Eventually you chip away at that level, right? So eventually it becomes more likely that we're finally going to break to the trending side, so to speak. Not always, like it could obviously continue in this direction, but as volume starts to step in, you know, it becomes less likely. And so point is, it's not a bad idea to attack the range, but in my opinion, it's better to attack that range earlier in it, like right here, like maybe back here. Obviously hindsight's 2020, you know, but the more times we test, the more likely it is that we break.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with that, chat? Let me know. How about BT plan to hold it for 3 years, yields climb? The bonds are driving the market with down, no news. Yeah, the bonds are really what yields spiking is really what is negatively impacting markets. Markets are pricing in higher for longer inflation, and in turn higher for longer yields is what markets are pricing in. So markets are pricing in more inflation, longer conflicts, and in that regard, higher yields. You know, if we take a look at again, we looked at this earlier, but if we take a look at it again today, guys, we take a look at the Fed Watch tool. Like, look, so here's December. We are currently here. So this is where we currently are with rates, right? And so, oh, look at oil spike. Yeah, look at oil spike. Look at the NASDAQ drop down here. Basically, we got 50% plus chance. At this point in time, it's over 50% that we raise rates this year, which is interesting. Yeah, oil spiking.
U.S. Treasury Pheasant predicts European allies will back Iran sanctions by targeting its financiers, closing bank branches and revealing shell companies.
Yeah, Bessett says Middle East and Asia must eliminate Iran's shadow banking system. He pushes global crackdown on Iran financial networks. I don't think this is driving it, though. You know, it could be. It could also just be markets pricing in the opening bell. You know?
Yeah.
But look at this red showing up here, guys. So you got out at the right time, Britt, I think.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Although there's a big green retrace back up right now.
Support and resistance are like walls. The more you hammer into them, the more they're likely to break. Right, exactly. Runt, 100% agree. Yeah, we're moving. Look at that bounce, though. So here's a liquidity grab. Yeah, look at that liquidity grab. We are back up. We have 8 minutes until the open.
Where's the poll at right now?
Let me see. The poll is at 65% are bearish for the opening bell, 35% are bullish. I mean, like I said, there's a chance we break, liquidity grab, head back up to the top of that range, and then continue sideways. And I think a lot of people like playing that, where we break the bottom, we continue back up, and then we go back into this range, you know, so to speak here. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but there's a chance it happens. You know, that's a pretty quick rebound back up here, though. So, like, we went all the way down to 805s, rebounded back up, and now we're back up to 850s again. So,
yeah.
Still probably dumping, but nice scalp moves. Gold is hurting me. Yields are going higher. Yeah, let's take a look at yields right now. So here's 10-year yields. This is the big story of the day. Look at yields, right? Markets are basically pricing in higher for longer rates. Look at 10-year treasury yields spike this morning. So look at yields. They're up. Here's 9 a.m. Here's yields now. 4.65%. So I'm sure gold does not like this, right? Because bonds paying out more is generally worse for gold. Yeah, look at gold here. So gold is dumping down, right? And you got to understand the logic of gold, right? So when you see yields spike, that means bonds are paying out more. Higher yields, higher returns for bonds, right? So less people have a need to buy gold because they're getting more on their bond payments. They're getting more interest in bonds. And so naturally when yields spike, gold's coming down. And look at gold fall down to 5509s, 5500s. Look at gold continue to dip this morning on this news. So yield spiking, gold dumping, oil spiking up a little bit too. Look at oil rip. Oil's back up to 104.30s. I don't really see any news necessarily. I just see yields spiking up, and yields spiking up means higher interest rate sentiment. You know, again, 10-year yields up to 4.65% today. Look, here's 10-year yields. Markets are pricing in higher rate cut odds this year. That's what's going on here. It's just higher rate cut odds, higher yields, more inflation fears, you know, conflict lasting longer than expected. All of this is spiking oil, dipping the NASDAQ, and specifically tanking gold because bonds are paying out more. So there's an inverse relationship usually between yields and gold because, again, bonds are paying out more. So people have less need to buy gold, you know, and gold doesn't pay a guaranteed return every year like yields do. So if yields get up to 5%, that's a pretty strong return, you know, just for guaranteed returns. You know, you buy, again, if you look at a calculator here, let's say you spend $100,000 on bonds, right? Right now they're paying 4.65%. Right? So that means every year you're going to make $4,650. You compound that, it's pretty strong returns over time. You know, I mean, that's assuming bond yields stay where they're at now, which they're not going to, but still pretty strong returns. And so people buy gold less because bonds are paying out so much more. Gold's dipping. NASDAQ coming back down here. So we have some volatility. Here's the market on open data. So we do have market on open data, but yields are ripping. Oil is ripping. In that regard, gold is coming down. Or it should start with the yes. I think it's a bit slower than the NASDAQ. Better to understand.
Maybe so.
Yeah, Lee says, what's the thesis regarding yields? Basically, bond market being efficient and expects way higher inflation because of Iran. Yeah, I mean, it's a mix of Iran. It's a mix of Iran causing inflation fears. We saw PPI elevated last week. We saw CPI elevated last week. All of that stuff is influencing rate cut odds and spiking bonds, right? It's causing people to sell bonds, and in that regard, yields go up. And all of this is causing just more fear and uncertainty in regards to inflation. It's making yields go up, bond prices go down. It's making gold go down because bonds are now paying out more. And so people are moving from gold to bonds. They're moving from here to bonds, you know, and Nasdaq's red, oil's up. Not really any news to drive it, just kind of the 30-year note yield rises to 5.18%. It's the highest level since July of 2007, just to clarify. So again, look at this 30-year note. Look at this right now. Here's the 30-year, 5.178%. This is the highest level for 30-year bond yields since 2007 right now. Look, here's all-time highs. The last time it was up here was, again, 2007. Look at this. So 30-year bond yield spiking, making people scared this morning. Nasdaq finally dropping down here. That's what's going on right now. Yields are up. People are freaking out. Inflation worries and more. .64% of the market is bearish heading into the opening bell. I can't really blame that. Microsoft introduces new Surface devices built for businesses and AI acceleration powered by Intel. Look at this bounce. So we're starting to rip back up. You guys ready for the opening bell? The opening bell is in a minute and a half, guys. A minute and a half. Let's see what we get. Interesting open. Yield spiking, gold dumping. Software companies are still doing okay. Like ServiceNow just rebounded back up. We got Microsoft pretty green on the day, testing highs of the day at 430. Heading into the opening bell, the Nasdaq has been weak. Gold has been weak. Yields have been spiking here. Markets are pricing in rate hikes this year now. And yeah, here's the opening bell. We have 1 minute now. Exactly 1 minute. Hit the live button next to the play button. Put in 2x speed, guys. We appreciate it. Wall Street doesn't want to rotate into small caps because they know what's coming. Yeah, we got Fed speakers as well. I was finally up on SLV last week. Yeah, silver's coming down, right? Yeah, it is, dude. Silver's all the way down 73.9s right now. 73.9s.
Oh, no.
Longer bear market this time. I mean, I think you could argue we're elevated. You know, I think you could argue we're elevated. You know, yeah, silver's dumping here, guys. Like silver does not look good at all. Look at silver. Let me throw up silver. Here's micro Bitcoin. Bitcoin's coming down a little bit as well, but look at silver. What's silver? Silver is SIL. All right, there's the opening bell here, guys. I gotta watch the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's starting to rebound a little bit here, though. Silver's still falling. Look at this Nasdaq rip here, though. So Nasdaq's coming in green at the opening bell. Let's see if we get a turn at the open. But Nasdaq's up here, guys. Oil pull it back a little bit. Gold still pretty red on the day. Look at gold; it's under 4,500s. But the Nasdaq rebounded, went right to that 200 exponential. Look at that level right here. This is why I like it. Look at this. And as it rips past it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Look at this green coming into the opening bell. It's switching here. It's turning the other way. Yes. Again, this is a trap for shorts, it looks like. It's too early for me to trade. I have to wait 3 more minutes until I can trade a little bit. But again, Microsoft broke highs. Nvidia's starting to rip back up, going a little bit more green. This is what's dragging markets up here. ServiceNow is pulling back a little bit. Microsoft's flying up, though. And personally, as somebody that's in Microsoft, you love to see it. You love to see it. My Home Depot trade is getting hammered, though. I think I'm just going to sit in Home Depot long. So much market manipulation. First move is the wrong move. Are y'all red or green on the day? Let me know in chat right now. I got to wait a little while before I can trade this. We're green, obviously, on the day, if you've been watching my trades. But look at this green wave coming in at the open. You trading today, Brent? Is that why you're quiet?
Yeah, I'm trading right now.
How you doing?
I'm up 220 bucks.
You long?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck, my friend. Good luck. Everybody cheer Brent on. Brent's doing it. He's trading.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got this, bro. You got this. Remember to take profit along the way. You take profit, you can have like a free trade where you're green, you know, if it turns against you, you're red. Or obviously, if it turns against you, you're still okay because you've taken profit along the way. That wasn't an intentional rhyme, but I'm just going to let that play out, you know. NASDAQ, here's 29,000. I think we have to watch 29K. Sorry, Britt, go ahead.
No, I was just going to make fun. It wasn't an intentional rhyme, but I do it all the time.
Right. Watch Britt shine. NASDAQ's testing the volume weighted average price right now. Here's 29,000, a big psychological level above us here. Here's 29K right here. So I'm watching that. I want to see if we get over the VWAP first. I can't trade yet. It's too close to the opening bell. But Britt going long is brave, dude. Shout out to Britt. I'm cash, very green, red. Yep, sweep, still waiting. Was that a bear trap? Looks to be a bear trap. Let's go, Britt. Britt's the contrarian. Nice momentum trade. Britt, don't get greedy. That's right. He's officially a beginner trader. Base hits is the goal. Yeah, I mean, look. 29,000 right here might be where it stops. Let's see. Or we could just fly past it. I'm putting it. Look at that. 29K. Look at that. 29K right there. Psychological level. Easy. I'm not. Look at that. I drew that level, that aerial, before this move. Now, I don't know where we're going here. Here's a high volume area of the volume profile. So we could bounce here too, but I don't hate it either. What time is it? I still can't trade yet. I got 10 seconds before I can trade. I'll buy a pullback maybe to like 940. But the bulls, man, we have had nothing but green candles since the opening bell. See if it holds. Yeah, I'll dive in. Brit is better than Eminem. Yeah. Eminem's rhymes are generic. Brit's authentic made, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Microsoft's starting to completely reverse, though, so be careful. And again, chat, listen. I drew this 29,000 level before any of this pullback happened. How did I know we were going to stop here? Because it's a big psychological level. It's a big whole dollar number. It's a milestone area, 29,000. Even if we rip past of it, you can see where we make a little pit stop at this level. We drew it before we actually went up there. And so I wanted 940s. We got the 950s. That's okay. Give me 940s. I'll buy. All right, I'm gonna take 950s. It's a little bit early, but that's all right. We're already green on the day, so we gotta. There's 940s. We're gonna scale into 4 contracts here. I think about 4. And immediately we're green. Look at this. Yes, sir. I'm gonna take 2 off here. Set my stop loss. What 9? I'm gonna set it at like 913s now. We got our stop loss set. We're just gonna let this ride now. We already got a green trade. If we get stopped out, it'll be break even, but we're giving it plenty of time here to retest those highs. You still long, Britt?
No, I'm short now.
Oh, you're shorting?
Yeah, just a little bit.
There we go. Nice little move up. I'm gonna take a little bit more off of this now. All right, I'm gonna cancel this stop. Move my stop loss to slightly under break even, basically break even now. Let this ride continue. Nice. I'm gonna cut it right here. Oh no, I just added to it. I meant to do that, guys. I meant to do that. Now we're green. Look at this. We'll rip it up. See if it holds. I kind of mismanaged the trade. Yeah, we're out. Very good green trade though. Very nice green trade, but I accidentally added to it when I wanted to take profit, and so I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm just gonna lock in the profit because we got such a nice move in my direction very quickly here. Let's see if we hold. Now we're over 29,000. Let's see if that level acts as support. I think that's the next step here, is just to see if it acts as support. Google has pulled back. Microsoft has pulled back. ServiceNow has pulled back since the opening bell. Nvidia, though, has been on a tear. Nvidia is now technically green on the day. It's what's driving a lot of this move up. Yeah, but man, look at this. Market is flying up right now. Flying up. No stopping it. Again, this is mostly driven by Nvidia here, chat. So, like, look at Nvidia. Nvidia is up to 223s right now. So, Nvidia is making moves right now. Look, 223.30s for Nvidia. So when Nvidia stops is when the market's going to start pulling back, is really what it is. So let's see. I don't know if I want to buy 29K. Maybe I could start small. Red or green since the opening bell? Let me know in chat. Are you guys red or green since the open? It's been a very bullish open. You're green still? Are you still short, Britt?
No, I went long again.
Okay. Just be careful not to overtrade. I see somebody in chat mention it. Remember, money is made in waiting, not trading, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so I see green, flat, red, joyous green. I'm a joyous green too type of day for me today. I'm pretty joyous. Still green, trade from 28.3. Patience, young squire, Brit.
Yeah. I'm probably being a little impatient, but I'm just kind of experimenting a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think it takes time. And again, as long as like you get in, you got to give yourself a stop loss and a reward target. Every trade you get in. Stop loss, reward target. I'm looking at 29,000. If I do get in, I'm going to use a reward target or a stop loss of about 960. Reward target at the high of the day. I feel like it's a little greedy, but I also feel like we got big psychological level and the volume weighted average price within a pretty tight range of it. And so if I could buy around there, we might get a continued move back up. Like if I could buy somewhere around here, maybe we'll get a retest of this area, if that makes sense. I don't hate the volume profile area as well, but we'll see if we get a dip. Green, red. Man, that is a good say. Yes, it is. Red, but everything peaks, so it's an expected red. Yeah, Brit's paper trading. I mean, he's trading an eval right now, but it's, you know. So I think, again, evals are a really good mix of like paper versus real money. You know, test your skill, kind of let you work a little bit. I think they're really good for that. All right, so we got that pullback here. I'm looking at 29,000. That's a pretty large dip. Oh, dude, am I gonna miss it by like a couple bucks? Okay, there we go. All right, we're gonna start buying. I'm gonna stay one or two contracts here. We're in 2 contracts right now, and again, my risk level is about 960 here. So we're gonna keep it pretty small. 960. We're gonna get out if it breaks underneath this level here. So far, we're green though.
I just took a small trade. I'm up like, I think like $200 on the day so far.
Nice. All right, so we're testing 29,000. We also have the VWAP underneath it. That's why my stop loss is where it is. It's about a 1-to-1 reward to risk trade, but I'm gonna see if the VWAP props it up. If the VWAP doesn't prop it up, that's why we have our stop loss right underneath it, because That's a much worse look. It's not looking good, and we're out. We got stopped out. Still very green on the day, though. Very green.
I just went short again.
Yeah, we have housing data at 10. Not the biggest data. Yeah, that's a big turn. Let me see if there's any news. I don't think there is, but let's check. Home seller / asking prices. Housing market weakens according to Redfin. Yield still spiking. Nasdaq starting to turn back down. Where's gold at? Has gold rebounded? No, gold's still pretty weak. Might be time to short gold. Is it time to short gold, chat? Nasdaq has turned. Nvidia. Okay, so Nvidia is what's driving this pullback. Nvidia has retraced all the way down to 221s.
Dang.
Yeah. So. Again, guys, I'm just going to put this out there. Right now, Lucid. Direct to funded on Lucid right now. Again, I bought this earlier. And you get 50% off for 2 tries. So you get it. You can use it twice. The 50% off. $420, 150,000 direct to funded on Lucid. Very, very, very cheap. Very, very, very cheap. I wouldn't waste the 50% off on evals personally. I would use it on the direct to funded. You get 150K, 420. Very cheap. Very cheap. So check it out. BGT, code BGT. Of course, I'm biased, but great way to help support the channel, guys. You can see the link pinned underneath the poll right now. That's a lot for a broke guy like me. Well, depends on how much you're going to spend on eval, so to speak. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap. Yeah, I think you get the 25K when it's like 170 bucks. So if you like the 20K when it's 170. All right, so here's the 200 exponential here. We're kind of moving quickly. You're short right there, Britt?
I was. I lost a little bit. I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to check out Lucid, I'll put the link up. Here's the link right here. Again, you get 50% off 2 times. I think it's available for some. Just check the website. Is for the person asking me, is it available for non-US? Check the site. I don't know what to do here either. Nvidia's kind of flat since the opening bell. It still looks somewhat bullish, but definitely not as bullish as I want it to be. You know. Come to Europe
right now.
I'm definitely not going to Europe right now. Yeah, I stopped trading as the Nasdaq falls. Look at the Nasdaq dips. Could buy the 200 exponential here though. I just don't like where it's at on the volume profile necessarily. I think you'd have an easy stop loss level though. Let's see. NQ will break. What about silver miners? Right time to long silver now. Where's silver at? How much is silver falling? I see gold's down a lot. I don't know if it's the right time to... Silver's right under $74 an ounce. I don't know. I think yields are scary right now. And that's what's dragging silver and gold down. So it's definitely not risk-free. But maybe you have some like reward to risk edge. If that makes sense doing it. Yeah, we did bounce here at the 200 EMA though. See if we hold. Still breaking down here. I don't know. We start to get to some of these low levels.
Are you in a trade or are you just watching the market?
I'm just watching the market right now. I stopped trading. I mean, we're very green. I got into that last losing trade on the long side, and now I've just kind of been sitting here. We're kind of whippy right now. We're not really having like an easy direction. I think we got to look at this previous range that confirmed a bunch, though, that 850 or so. But I might scalp some of the volume profile range here under 900s if we can get under it, and then retest that level.
I gave back a decent bit of my profit, but I'm still green. Decent margin.
Yeah. All right, so there's a break. Let me see if I can get a retest of 900s here, but that's a pretty big green candle. If we get a move back up here, I'll short. I need to move back up, though. We might not get it. That's a big enough move. All right, we're in 5 contracts here. Might add a little bit more and take some risk on the day. All right, we're in 9. We popped up. Yeah, we're just kind of whippy right now. Push right back under. Oof, gotta cut it. What a candle. Let's see if there's news. Now we're ripping right back up. Look at this move here. Well, there goes today's profit on this move. Let me see what oil's doing here. I still am interested in maybe shorting gold. Oil's not doing too much. Gold is still there. Let me try to maybe be a little greedy here with this, but let's try. We're kind of flat on the day now, so. What kind of music is this playing? Alright, we're gonna take a little bit off here, lock it in, add to it if it goes in my favor here. We're in the high volume area of the volume profile, so I'm gonna see if we can range back down. But again, risk level is gonna be about right here now. There we go. Sheesh. Yeah, we're just kind of pumping here. Getting right back to the highs. Microsoft completely rebounded back up, though. It's over the volume weighted average price and the 200 exponential. Look at Microsoft. 430. Yeah, my stops have been pretty tight, but y'all just be careful right now. We're whipping up and down very, very quickly. Like, it looked like we were going to go green. We swept that area, then came right back down. So I would be really careful right now. Like, I'll trade my Tradebait Cup account, but that's about it. Or my Tradeify Cup account. We are just whippy right now in markets here. Look at the NASDAQ. Long or short right here, guys? What do you guys think? It's hard to gauge this direction. Yeah, just kind of whippy right now, to be honest. I want to say the bears are going to gain control, but I think markets don't know which way they're going either. I'm not so sure. Yeah, Britt, you still green?
For the day, yeah.
Yeah. Long, short. Yeah, let me know. Long or short right here. To me, it looks a little shortish, but that could obviously change at the drop of a hat at this point in time. The drop of a fedora. Smart money coming. Short. It looks short, but again, nobody freaking knows. Like, it's so whippy today. It's so whippy. I would just be careful trading either direction. Yeah, well, I just lost my Tradeify Cup account. I can always reset it, which maybe I will. I want to give it to the Bears, but I believe the market is so undecided from yesterday to today. Yeah. Definitely a little whippy price action today, guys. Looks to be heading back up. The previous closing price is right here. Here's 29,000 right here. And then here's the previous closing price. So we are getting very close to that. It looks bullish, but... Beautiful Shepherd, Jay, if you're still in the chat. Nvidia's starting to head back down here, though. Maybe we're getting close to a bounce, but not quite yet. Maybe today is more red. It's definitely possible, you know. What we're seeing, though, like, we're seeing Microsoft go green and then back go red on the day and then back go green again. NASDAQ... very choppy. A lot of this is from Nvidia. Nvidia is basically flat on the day. Yeah, so the war is ending. Inflation fears are gone to inflation fears are here. We got rate hike worries now, is what it is. Like, people are worried about rate hikes now at this point. That's the scary thing. Yeah, also, today's the last day of the Apex sale, by the way, guys. So 90% sale on Apex ends today. So if you haven't already, check out Apex. 90% off. Code BGT. You get a count for like 20, 25 bucks. Some say the cheapest in the game. You can also get 50% off Take Profit as well. Take Profit is has their largest sale they've ever done. NASDAQ going back green a little bit. Look at the green wave coming in, man. I think people are probably... I collected the premiums when APLD rolled into more premiums. Also bought long calls. Hey, nice Alex Sky. Removing all manipulation. It's controlled. Go to your 4 hour right quick. I gotta pull up TOS for 4 hour. Yeah, I mean, obviously we have this bottom right here on the NASDAQ at, what is this, 750? So 750 makes sense on the NASDAQ. Like a longer term bottom here on a 4 hour chart. Right here. 750. Kind of way down there though, but it's relevant underneath us.
Actually, I went red briefly, but I just used a series of small trades to get back up into green.
Nice. Yeah, I'm tempted to buy this dip, but everything's been getting faked out. So what's up, Adventures Matt? Oil dumping.
That's why I've just been like taking $10 to $15 trades over and over to work my way back into the green.
Yeah. That's called scalping, Britt. That's what I do.
Okay.
That's like
I've been scalping.
Yeah, scalping's great. Scalping's great. I mean, most day traders lose scalping. You gotta understand, but if you could do it right, you can really do it right. Like scalping can be really effective. Really effective.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't realize that's what I was doing. So
yeah, I can tell Britt is. Yeah, I can tell Britt's trading because he's quiet. You know.
Yeah, concentrating.
Okay. Yeah.
Big red candle.
Yeah, you can do it, Britt. You can do it. Venezuela's oil minister says interim government hopes for return of foreign investment to energy industry. Yeah, we do have yeah, scalping can be good. You gotta, you know, it could go really against you. Most day traders lose scalping. It's a better system most of the time to take longer term trades. You know, calculate a good risk, a good reward, and take longer term trades. Like that's usually a better system. So
I don't think I'm experienced enough to do that yet.
Oh, you're definitely experienced enough to do it. Do it like this, Britt. Give yourself a larger reward target. Instead of taking profit as soon as you go into the green, if you enter a trade, right? Like just to give you an example, looking at the NASDAQ right now, Britt. Let's say you wanted to buy the 200 exponential at 912s right here, right? Let's say you want to buy 912s, the 200 exponential, 913s, wherever it is. And let's say you're going long there, right? And you want to give yourself a risk level of maybe, let's say like 850, right? So your risk level is from here down to 850, right? So your risk level is about $63.
Okay.
All right. You could give yourself a more favorable reward target. Let's say you use this high right here, previous closing price high. So what that does, Britt, is that makes it so that your reward target here is much larger than your risk, right? If you lose, you only lose this much right here. You know, if you make money, you make what is that? At least 2 to 1, maybe 3 to 1, maybe not 3 to 1, maybe like 2.5 to 1, 2 point something to 1. And so even if you're 50% accurate, if you consistently take trades like this, you make money. Right now, this is a really simplified version. I don't necessarily think anybody should take this trade. That's not what I'm telling people because, you know, I don't know the market's kind of wimpy today. I think today is kind of a sit on your hands day, but that's the type of dynamic, Britt, you want to find yourself in if you're trading. Is you want to find yourself. You don't always need perfect reward to risk. Every trader's different, so every trader's going to target different things. But like, if you do it like that, you'll have a more statistical edge for your trading versus scalping, you know, green, if that makes sense. But
yeah,
you just want to make it structured.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to be quick. I don't know why my chat froze, but yeah, you got to be quick. I'm 4x US dollar. What's up? What's up, Universal? Small positions, fast in and out. Yeah, that's scalping. Scalping, I would say, is a little bit more like, if to do it well, you got to be. Look at that. What just happened? Look at Nvidia. Nvidia just went all the way down to 220s and then retraced all the way back up to 221s. All right, so there's the home data. So we did just have home data that just came out. So home data showed up, chat, at 1.4% stronger than expected month over month. 1.4% versus 1% expected. Pending home sale index showed up at Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate the donation, brother. Thank you. Yeah, pending home sale showed up stronger than expected. What did the donations say? My AMD short is the only thing that's making me green for this week. Hey, good luck. Yeah, AMD was on a run though, man. A lot of people would say it needed a pullback. It's down on the day too, though. It's dragging down. But AMD went up to 470s, dude. AMD just in the last month is up, you know. Not in the last month. In the last like month or two, AMD's up 100%. Kind of a wild swing. But I appreciate the donation, my friend. Basically, I don't hate your short necessarily. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do right here either. I don't know if I
We
should
had
be
some
long
really
or
big
short.
swings with some good opportunities for profit, but it's really hard to trade. At least it is for me.
Right now, it's very sideways, Britt. And one of the things, right, and markets can understand this, NVIDIA looks like it's turning red, right? So NVIDIA is actually down to the bottom of the daily range right now, the bottom of the intraday range, the market open range. So NVIDIA looks like it's going to crack lows, and that could drag the whole market down if we're trying to predict what's going to happen next. So NVIDIA could be dragging everything down pretty soon if it continues down, which we don't really know. What I was going to say earlier is that it's the day before NVIDIA earnings. And NVIDIA earnings is kind of like the Super Bowl of the stock market, right? Everybody pays attention to it. Everybody watches it. Everybody kind of stays locked in on it. And because of that, with so much unknown right now regarding what NVIDIA is going to do, sometimes NVIDIA drops from their earnings. Markets could be pricing in just apprehension. You know, basically, like, they don't want to take big size because they don't know what NVIDIA earnings is going to do to the market. And so you see kind of less trades, sideways range, less follow through and movement, more choppy sideways trends, which means that maybe you can attack the range easier today. I think since the opening bell, a range trade is the only thing that's made sense. So yeah, I mean, pending home sales are out. They showed up at 1.4 versus 1% expected. Not really market moving though. Really, what's moving markets is NVIDIA testing the bottom of this range right here. Look. So NVIDIA is down to 220s. NVIDIA cracks 220s and gets underneath it. I think that's bad, but I also think it's been rangy all day. So let's see if it drags the market down. We shall see. Hey, John, I don't do futures. Do you know which crude oil ETF ticker is similar to CL futures? I mean, you could just watch. Are you trying to trade oil specifically, NY? Like, you're trying to trade an oil ETF? I mean, you could look at like US oil, but it's not really doing the same thing. Actually, now that I think about it, it kind of is. Yeah, you can look at USO if you really. It's not an ETF. But it's moving similar enough with CL futures that you could probably trade it if you really want to trade. If you're looking for ETFs, Chad, any oil ETFs? What good oil ETFs are there if you want to trade the oil price action, but you don't trade futures? List them in chat. Let me know. I'm short NASDAQ, entry point, expecting a sharp pullback to the downside. NVIDIA earnings will crush. Stock will stay flat or go down. USO. XLE. I don't know. XLE doesn't look like oil though. Like oil futures, like CLWTI futures. CLWTI futures have been dropping basically since the opening bell. XLE is doing kind of different things. I would say USO is more accurately reflecting CL futures price. So like, to give you an example, like look, here's US oil. And then here is CL futures. Right? They look pretty freaking similar. You know? They look. So I would trade US oil if you're trying to trade futures. So look at oil dip. Oil just dumped here. This could be catalyst driven. Let's see. Is there a catalyst going on influencing markets right now? Let's see. NATO is going to consider a Hormuz deployment if the strait is not open by July. So U.S. is issuing fresh Iran-related sanctions, according to the Treasury Department. Iran Deputy Foreign Minister warns Tehran ready for military response. Says surrender is not an option. America says it has temporarily halted its attack. This is a Babadi, the Deputy Foreign Minister for Legal and International Affairs, says, quote, America says it has temporarily halted its attack on Iran to give negotiations a chance, but at the same time it speaks of readiness for an assault at any moment. This means calling threat by the name of opportunity for peace. Iran, united and resolutely, is prepared to confront any military aggression. For U.S. surrender holds no meaning.
It's a big downturn.
Yeah, I mean, it made oil jump all the way back up here, but it's kind of wimpy too. The NASDAQ is reacting bearishly to this, but again, it's one of those days where it's not easy to predict a direction here. We're going to keep trading, but it's not one of those easy days. Yeah, and again, this is my Lucid 150K account that we just got for 420 bucks. Very cheap. If I get a little pop, I'll short, but I need a pop. Give me a pop. I need a bounce. I don't know if I'm gonna get the bounce. It might break down before I get it. Ooh. No bounce for me. Yeah, I'm not going to get the bounce I wanted. It looks like we might crack these lows before I get a chance to, unfortunately. Yeah, we just cracked lows. NASDAQ down to 790s. Look at this drop. Market's pricing in escalation. Oil spiking, NASDAQ falling. Market's pricing in escalation. Also, Bessett says new Section 301 tariffs won't be a problem for China as long as they do not exceed prior levels agreed to last November. U.S.-China truce on critical minerals and tariff rates can be extended. Trump administration not in a hurry to extend China trade truce due to expire in November. Via Reuters. But yeah, this is markets pricing in more potential escalation here. Look at this. So.
I got out of that.
So if you lose a scalp, would you implement the martingale? No. Do not use the martingale roulette strategy. It never works. What'll happen if you use the martingale roulette strategy is a roulette strategy where you basically double your size of the bet every time. So you bet $20, you lose. You bet $40, you lose. You bet $80, you lose. You bet $160, you lose. Right? So statistically, you have to lose 6 times in a row before you really lose everything, right? The problem is that most people look at that and they say, oh, well, you're never going to lose 6 times in a row. Yeah, you will. And in trading, the odds are much more likely that we're going to continue down against you in that direction, right? So if you keep adding to losses, kind of like a martingale where you're just kind of doubling your size every other time, the market is, you have even worse odds in the market. The market will continue in that direction a large percentage of the time, and you will eventually, what will happen is you'll win, you lose everything. Right? Like that's what happens in the stock market or in futures market if you try to employ a martingale roulette strategy to your trading. You will make money most of the time, and some people even think they have some ridiculously profitable system. A lot of people use the martingale in their trading, you know, especially in stuff like this, because most of the time you're going to win money and it makes you look really profitable, right? But the reality of it is you will lose. John, you bet against your orb? Where? Where did I bet against my orb? Opening range breakout. Let's see where the box would be. 830s here. Where's 845? Right here. So yeah, the orb would have been right here.
Look like $200, so I'm just gonna stop for now.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, the orb would be right here, guys. We just broke the orb. I'm not really gonna like. Again, this isn't a clean enough break. I needed a bounce back, right? So it's not like I was long. I just missed my short entry. I was trying to short this, to be honest. But we just broke down too quickly. I never got the chance to.
Russia has cut estimates for total pipeline natural gas exports outside the ex-Soviet Union and the price for gas exports to China for 2027 through 29 document.
Your chances of losing 6 times in a row. Yeah, but in trading, it's not even about losing 6 times in a row. If you're talking about roulette, yes. Right? Like losing 6 times in a row happens. If we're talking about trading, it is much worse odds than losing 6 times in a row. Right? Like based off of the sizing that you would have to do by doubling your bet, you have to move. It would take much less than losing 6 times in a row in trading, right? Trading, the odds are worse, basically. If you keep adding to positions, the odds are worse because you're continuously taking larger size every time you do it, which means that your risk, which means that if it goes against you, you're taking huge size, like in the opposite direction. And so most of the time, that's a bad move. So I guess the point is, in trading, it's worse. It's worse. It's worse than, yeah, it's worse in trading. Trust me. Really a good point. Yeah, have a plan. I'm a big believer in setting a reward and risk level before you get into the trade, right? Like we get up to 850, maybe I'll short this, but risk level would be 870s right here, like 880s. So risk level, if I get into this trade at 850, would be here. Reward target would be here. Is the plan, right? So I got a larger reward target than a risk. We'll see if it works, but it's also potentially a choppy day, so we'll see. Yeah, dollar cost averaging can be a form of it, but dollar cost averaging is really meant for long term, Jason. So like dollar cost averaging works not in day trading necessarily, but more so in investing, right? Like the statistical edge in investing is much more profound than the statistical edge in day trading, right? What do I mean by that? I mean, long-term markets are going to go up. Inflation happens, right? Like a lot of things cause markets to go up long-term. You might have crashes, you might have corrections, but over decades, you're almost certain to go up in indexes or indices. You're almost certain to go up. And so dollar cost averaging, when you look at it from a long-term perspective, like a long-term investing perspective, is the move, right? And you add to it in periodic, look, we're cracking lows right now. You do it because long-term markets are going to go up. So it allows you to kind of get baked into, man, look at this breakdown. I wanted a bounce, I just didn't get it. But in day trading, DCAing makes no sense. You know, like continuing to add to losing trades makes no sense. It only makes sense if your plan is to add ahead of time. Like if you plan to add to a position ahead of time and kind of scale in, that's fine. But outside of that, it usually doesn't make nearly as much sense as long term. What's up, Tiny? Yeah, we're still breaking down here though, guys. Man, look at this red showing up. Eesh. Looking weak right now. I wanted to short, I just never quite. This is the orb setup. Maybe I should have jumped in short at this bounce, but yeah, I mean, Jason, I'm not against that. Hope to join in one day. Well, Universal, let me interview you, brother. Send me a join our Discord and send me a message. Universal code. Here's our Discord link, bro. Because I'm looking for futures or just traders in general to come hang out on stream. So
this is way down.
Yeah, Nasdaq's breaking down here. That orb setup's working. There's the Discord link. Universal code if you want to come chill one day, bro. I mean, I'm gonna have to interview you and stuff, but all right, we're down to 720s, 710s. Yeah, I wanted to short up here. I don't like it
down here. It's gonna keep running down. You think it's gonna meet some support here, way down here?
I don't know. Some of this is from like I see UAE defense minister says it's detected and dealt with 6 different drones in the past 48 hours. Say they were launched from Iraq, right? So that could be what's driving this.
Yeah, was it UAE that their nuclear facility got attacked, right?
I think so. But yeah, we're just more escalation news. The scaring markets, higher yields, higher inflation.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, the top NATO commander said a total of 5,000 U.S. troops will be pulled out of Europe. Yeah, they're discussing a mission to help secure passage through the Strait of Hormuz if it remains blocked into July. So that is kind of what's scaring markets.
Okay, looks like total I'm green $259 with a profit target of $12.50. Not bad.
Huh.
I'm giving back a decent bit of profit today though, probably a couple $100.
Oh, your profit target for the day is $12.50. Oh no, you're talking about
no,
the
total.
eval profit target. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you're on a Lucid 25k eval, right, Britt?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you're is it a Lucid Pro or a Lucid Flex, Britt? You know?
Pro. It's a Pro.
Okay, so that means you have no consistency rule, so you can actually pass it in one day if you want. I wouldn't recommend trying that, but yeah. The good thing about Lucid Pro, and again, right now 50% off, shameless plug. The good thing about Lucid Pro is you can pass it in one day, right? There's no consistency rule. Lucid Flex, I think you have what, like a, let me see. Lucid Flex, you got a 50% consistency rule, which means you can pass it in as little as 2 days.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But if you're on Lucid right now, you know, and you use my code, you can get a Lucid Flex for $50 basically right now. 25k Flex. All right, so we're starting to bounce here a little bit. Let's see if we can hold. Code BGT, guys. BGT. Check it out. Yeah, I mean, putting boots on the ground in Hormuz is kind of what's freaking markets out. If we look at oil here, oil's elevated since 10 o'clock. $670 next. Yeah, one of the things is that we're now under this 750 level here. Right, so 750 was the level we drew earlier. That's like the low of the last, like, let me see. Here's a 4-hour chart. That's the low of the last 2-3 weeks. Last 2 weeks. That's the low of the last few weeks here. We just cracked underneath that. So I'm seeing if that 750 level holds as a resistance now.
Yeah, this was a chaotic trend. I mean, oil shot up, then shot back down, and then went below that, and now it's back up.
Yeah, it's weird. We don't have that much news going on right now, so it's not like a lot of news. There's not boots on the ground, but NATO is basically threatening to put boots on the ground in Hormuz if we don't get the strait open by July, is what they're doing. That's what's dragging markets down today. I'm watching the 750 level. I don't know if there's enough meat on the move right now, though. Like, here's 750. I just don't know if there's enough meat on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're under 700s. Boots in Hormuz? You mean fins in Hormuz? No. Boots in Iran, I guess is what I should have said.
a bunch of guys jumping off the ship into the strait.
Yeah. We're still breaking lows here, guys. Look at this market breakdown. So we are still cracking lows here. Interesting enough. Still cracking lows here, man. Sheesh, dude. We are falling right now, and market's falling.
I'm sitting here wondering when it's going to meet any kind of real support.
Okay, gotcha. Universal code. Yeah, message me, bro. Yeah, markets are still scared. After a certain point, I will buy a little bit here, I think, but up to maybe like 750s is what I'm looking at. I'm going to buy this up to 750s, I think. I'm going to take 4 contracts here, and that's it. My risk level is going to be 845 or so right here. So I will... I am long, so I'll get a sell stop in right here, 843. And then I'm looking really for 750s up there. I want to see if we move back up and retest that. But there we go. Immediate pop back up. I'm going to take immediately 2 off here and then hold the rest pretty loose now that I'm guaranteed profit. Nice little rebound back up. All right, I'm going to take another piece off here, just lock it in. Now my hands are off, and I'm going to just let this go to break even now. Made 25K on my Top Step account. Hey, nice, dude. Green is good. I'm going to move my stop loss now to break even. See if we can get that 740, 750 level I originally wanted. There we go. Almost the 740s. All right, I forgot to put my P&L up on screen. We're up about 210 on this trade right now.
I'm pretty uncertain what to do. I think I'm just going to watch you for a little while.
There we go. We're up to 730s. There we go. I'm going to cut it around 740 like I wanted. A little bit early, but we made $230 on that trade. I'll take it. Yeah, I cut my stop is gone right here. Or, let me cut out. Yeah, there you go.
Good job, man. I know you could do it.
I know, dude. I got out almost at the top of this. Look, we're starting to turn back down pretty quickly here, too. Look at this drop.
Yeah, see that.
Cisco management says around 4 to 5 points of acceleration came from price increases, implying underlying X hyperscale growth of roughly 14 to 15%. Orders rose 35% in the quarter, excluding hyperscale. The rest of the business still rose 19%. Yeah, so top NATO commander says expect more U.S. troop moves from Europe in long term. Nvidia faded back down to those low levels. Oil's starting to pull back a little bit, though, kind of quiet and Down on the day. Green or red so far today, chat? What do you guys? Green or red?
Figuring out how to navigate Lucid. So
Red,
I was,
green, red, green, small green, big green, red, even down 6K.
green both days. I've only been trading 2 days, but
Hey, green is good, bro. Green is good, dude. Just get used to it. That's how you trade, man. Just take it slow. On Lucid, there is I think it's a 5-second rule where I think you have to hold trades for a minimum of 5 seconds, but I think it's only unfunded if I remember correctly.
okay, yeah, because there was a couple times where I got in and got out immediately.
Yeah,
it let me do it. So
yeah. Well, yeah, you should be fine. Huge green trading options, treasury yields going up, not good for market. Yeah, yields are spiking today. That's the story. I could have held to maybe my 750 target here, but that's all right. Is it 10 seconds? Okay, yeah. I knew it was something like 5 or 10 seconds. I knew it was something like that. Market overstretched, already priced in. We don't have boots on the ground. NATO's talking about putting boots on the ground if the Strait of Hormuz isn't open by July, is what it is.
it's a ways off.
Yeah, it's a couple months. I can understand it. I mean, they're basically saying y'all better get a deal done like quickly, is what they're basically saying. All right, so we have 750s here. But I might short this now, guys. I'm gonna take a small short, and so far that worked. Look at that.
Now, to be honest, I'm surprised that NATO's considering putting boots on the ground at all.
All right, so we're in for at least 10 seconds. I'm gonna take one off here and just protect it. We're now up over 300 on the over 300 on the day now. I can hold this break even, I guess. I love a retest of the lows here. Yeah, let me set my stop loss break even.
A little too choppy for me right now. Like at this point, I'm not comfortable trading it.
We have so much red momentum, and 750 is a level that's like the multi-week low that we broke under already, right? So I think 750 makes sense to watch on a longer time frame. You look at 750 makes sense. Big level everybody's watching, could reject us back down to the range here is kind of what we're doing. That's why we already got out of half of it, and so now we're break even on the rest. We can just kind of sit in this now. Free trade is basically what this is.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable enough. I mean, at my skill level, comfortable enough reading it to chance trading right now.
Yeah, all good, brother. Yeah, now I have to stop break even, so we're gonna make money on the trade no matter what. So universal code says I'm in. I don't know how to use it. I don't know if you know it. It says you haven't joined our Discord yet, though. It shows me when people join the Discord. So join the Discord, guys. Again, here's the link right here.
That's what I was gonna say. Speaking of which, join the Discord, hit the like button, follow us on X. All the support is appreciated.
Yeah, look, we're consistently getting this drop down to under 700s. It's about my reward target. I'm gonna get out here, guys. I'm up about 400 on this account now on the day. I'll take it. Green is good.
Not when you're talking about the Hulk.
I would say green is good even with the Hulk, you know.
I don't know. It means he's angry, you know.
Yeah, but sometimes you need him angry though, bro. You know.
That's true.
Yeah. Sometimes he needs to be angry, bro. In fact, if you give me the Hulk with that he's not angry, I send it back, dude. You know? Looks like I got out just in time again. Bobbing and weaving today, guys. Bobbing and weaving. Top NATO commander asked about a potential NATO mission and straight says this is a political decision. Where are yields at? Are yields still spiking up this morning? I'm assuming they are, based off of market action being super red. Yeah, yields. Look at 10-year treasuries. Yeah, look at yields. This is what's scaring markets. Oh my goodness. Wait, I'm in a trade right now, bro? Hold up. Wait. I forgot to cancel my stop. It's a long trade. I'm going to get out green on that. I'll take it.
He just
Yeah, I just coughed a little bit. Listen, I meant to do it. All right. The whole time, that's what I wanted.
Nobody heard the surprise in your voice.
I meant to do it, guys. I meant to do it, you know? I stayed in it. I meant to do it. That was my plan the whole time. This is what I wanted to happen, you know?
Yeah.
My name on X is @BeginnerTrades. @BeginnerTrades. I know I did do a Homer Simpson just now. You hear it in my voice. Honestly, that cold I got 3 weeks ago stayed with me, bro. That stayed with me, dude.
How's your ear?
Yeah. Oh, my ear's better. A little bit. A little bit better. I noticed it only happens when I lay down, which means it's a eustachian tube dysfunction or something like that. But it's getting better.
Yeah.
It has gotten, like, slowly better.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say if it wasn't, I could always ride back out there and lance it for you.
Yeah, you know. Put some leeches in there, Britt, you know.
I will, as well as a dung poultice, you know,
Yeah.
because all those are very, like, you know, very modern medicine.
Right. Good ideas. All good ideas. Check the Discord. Okay, we got everybody. Is that you, SFT FOMO?
Oh, later, Tiny. Have a good one.
Yeah, I'm sending it. Yo. I am a human. Are you human? I am a human. Select
That's what a
items with
non-human would
parts.
say.
Select items with parts that rotate like the one shown above. Windmill rotates. Windmill rotates. That's about it. All right, we're in there. We've proved we're human.
Tim says look up OCO limits. You can prevent your little mistake from happening again.
Yeah. I just got to remember to cancel my order. Treasury Secretary Besson accuses the Gaza-bound, is this flotilla of trying to undermine the president's peace efforts, saying Treasury will keep targeting networks. Yeah. Yeah, solve the caption. That's right. Swaps imply over an 80% chance of a Fed rate hike by the end of this year now.
I can
Look
change,
at me.
though.
I'm bobbing and weaving in this market. I'm up $400 today.
You're bobbing and weaving? Man.
Bobbing and weaving
Yeah, I've
on the
done-
upside and down.
I've bobbed and weaved, but I've never, like, done them at the same time.
Oh, we're doing things today, bro.
Yeah,
All
thanks,
right.
Tiny. Have a good day.
See you, Tony. Oh. What a surprise a rate hike would do right now. Honestly, I think the next few Fed decisions are going to be interesting. I really do. I think they're going to be a lot more interesting. In the next Fed decision that we get in June, we get what's called the Summary of Economic Projections, the dot plot update and Summary of Economic Projections. I think that could be a shit show, right? Like, I think that could freak markets out. We're going to see where Fed members stand. If you want to know what the Fed might do moving forward, you got to watch the SER, the Summary of Economic, or the SEP, I mean, the Summary of Economic Projections. That's going to be interesting. Again, the next meeting is when? It's like June. It's like mid-June. June 16th and 17th. Yeah, so that'll be really interesting. Yeah, really interesting one. Yeah, I got a universal code. I'll message you after the stream, brother. Inflation's scary. Yeah, it is.
Only if you need money, though.
Dude, nobody needs money, Brit. We have robots now, okay? Nobody needs money. You know?
Yeah, I know. Everybody's going to be able to lay around all day eating grapes and all that good stuff.
Right. Like, I have a robot here, Brit, and I just told it one thing. I said, make me money, right? I'm pretty sure he's at a dumpster somewhere looking for things. But but that's all I told it. It's just make me money, you know?
Yeah. We'll see how that works out for you.
It's the summary of economic projections, is what it's called. The dot plot, summary of economic projections. Tulips, yeah. And again, guys, Lucid right now, if you wanted to try Lucid, direct-to-funded $150,000 direct-to-funded account, $420 if you use coupon code BGT. You know, very cheap, very cheap. I picked one up today, and now I'm very green on the day. I'll take it, very green. Green is good, they say, sometimes.
Yeah.
And this is heading into earnings. Again, if you want to use, you can use it twice. I don't recommend you waste it on just evals. Again, direct to funded makes more sense. Again, I'll put the link up. There's the link right there. Check it out. Great way to help support the channel. I appreciate the love. Currently, we asked people, are they bullish or bearish on markets? 62% said they're bearish. 38% said they're bullish. Yeah, 10-year treasury yields up to almost 4.68%. So yields are still spiking up. Nasdaq starting to rebound a little bit here, though. Nvidia's fighting way back almost to 220s is what this is. Can we watch it online? Yeah, I mean, it's in June. We're going to stream the whole thing. Yeah, we're going to stream the whole next Fed meeting. I'm going to break down the summary of economic projections. Yeah, oil is spiking right now. I see it. Look, here's oil. So oil just jumped. I don't know if it's going to hold up there.
But if it does, I mean, I'm looking to see if it's going to cause another drop in the market.
Yeah. What's up? 103s. Trying to hop on the stream with John and Britt. Well, send me a message, Jono. Yeah, anybody wants to hop on, let me know. Like, send me a message. You can hop on. Yeah, so the president
says U.S. forces will redeploy over time as allies increase their capabilities.
Hold on real quick. So I think what's driving this news, actually, is the president said, quote, may have to give Iran another hit, but not sure yet. End quote. Trump says decision on Iran action coming soon. Iran are begging to make a deal. Warns possible further strikes on Iran. Meanwhile, simultaneously saying we're negotiating with Iran. All right, so this is what's spiking oil and dipping markets right now. The president just came out with these tweets less than a minute ago. Again, we're negotiating with Iran, he says. Warns possible further strikes. Iran are begging to make a deal. Why is it plural? Anyways, says decision on Iran action coming soon. And oil popped up, NASDAQ dipping down a little bit on this catalyst. Taco Tuesday, maybe a little bit here.
I didn't get that. Was that a tweet? I didn't get that.
It's something. Oh, no, it's not a tweet. It's just something coming through.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just coming through the wires. I don't know where he's saying this at, but I see most.
It just took me a minute to get it.
Yeah, NASDAQ actually heading up a little bit here, though. Look at the NASDAQ fall long term, but heading up a little bit short term. Here's oil. Long or short right here, guys. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's a tweet. I think he's just, I don't know where he's saying this one, but he's saying it somewhere. And it's enough to where most major news networks are covering it.
Yeah, it's definitely not on Truth because I'm looking at it.
Yeah. He said, quote, "You'll know very soon if we have to," regarding another hit on Iran. Oil spiking. Nasdaq's kind of staying stable, though.
Yeah. Which I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks like it's starting to climb. What is this due to Nvidia?
I mean,
It's not
Nvidia's
climbing
up.
fast, but
Yeah, I mean, Nvidia's up. But
okay. Like I said, it's not climbing fast. It's not huge candles, but I mean, it's kind of steady for the last
yeah.
9 minutes or 8 minutes.
Yeah, there's currently a pretty high chance of a rate hike this year. Trump said, "We will help Cuba if they can reach diplomatic deal with Cuba." Nasdaq heading up, oil coming back down slightly, though. So I don't know if this news is big enough to influence things. Yeah, let me know if you like the longer stream today. We are streaming a little bit longer. We're going to start probably streaming until at least 11 o'clock market time every day. I think after 11, markets start to slow down, so we'll see what we do there. But we are trying to stream a little bit longer if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, and if you guys want us around, just let us know.
The answer: 2 rate hikes this year? You think so? The answer to the question, long or short, is always don't enter otherwise. Yeah, most of the time I'm like, should I enter this trade? And the chat's like, no, don't do it. I like it. Yeah.
Do you listen to
Most of the time, no. They're just the chat, you know?
them? Yeah, what do they know? I'm just kidding, guys.
I like it too, yeah. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Look at oil starting to spike. Something happened. Maybe the president's speaking again. I don't know how big it is, but let's see. Let's continue scrolling. Trump says Gulf states and Israel are in talks. Trump on being close to a deal with Iran. I've heard this before. Don't know about changing the regime in
Cuba's government.
Yeah. We're kind of just going back and forth here.
Yeah. Don't you interrupt me when I'm reading.
Dude, I'm gonna interrupt you, bro.
All right, fine then.
That's what we do.
Just immediately back down, huh? Me, I mean. These last two little snippets moving markets at all?
Yeah, it says Trump is averaging over 60 trades a day. Aren't you bullish? And you aren't bullish? I'm not. I'm bullish long term. Short term, I have no freaking idea what we're gonna do, and I will jump on a short term. Love the longer streams, time zones. Hey, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, sir. Or madam, whichever one you are. I mean, I'm bullish long term. Short term, I have no idea what's gonna happen, but long term, you know, I'm optimistic long term. I'm with you. We going long, boys? Carol is calling. What will Carol say? What will Carol say?
Is that the poll?
Hello?
Back?
Yeah, I'm back right now.
Okay. I didn't really say anything. I figured that would be a short call.
Yeah, you guys are like... Listen to this quote. You guys are like the Waltons of trading. A breath of fresh air in these nihilistic times. I'm going to skip that word, but nihilistic times. Take out the trash. It's not trash day, bro.
It doesn't matter. You take that trash out anyway.
Yeah, we're living life. Here. We're hanging out.
The only Waltons I want to be like is Sam Walton, the guy who started Walmart and Sam's.
Yeah.
I want to be a mega billionaire.
You will, Britt. You will. I feel that. You know. What's your water bill up to? I don't know. Let me check my water bill, actually.
I pay mine like 6 months in advance, just so I don't have to worry about it.
Right. No, I do too. But usually it still says my water bill, you know, surprisingly enough, is only $228 right now. Pretty cheap.
That actually is not bad for like where you live.
Yeah. How much percentage split would you do between equities and indexes? That depends on how much experience you have. If you're new, you should be going basically pure indices, like pure index investments. S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, whatever you like. If you're more experienced and you feel like you can, you know, really like do good in that regard, then you can do some more like, you know, then you can trade other stuff and maybe handpick stocks or do whatever you want there. You know. All right, NASDAQ's starting to come back down.
Trump stated that Mideast missions requested a little more time prior to any military action. States that they are awaiting Iran for a short time frame. Time frame for Iran is 2 to 3 days, possibly until early next week. And they're really pumping out some of this news right now. Says many believe a war with Iran is unpopular, but he thinks it actually has strong support. So I don't know if any of that is moving markets, but
yeah, that probably is. Yeah, Trump says many believe a war with Iran is unpopular, but he thinks it actually has strong support. Everyone tells me it's unpopular, but I think it's very popular. Trump on time for Iran 2 to 3 days, maybe till early next week. Dude, 2 to 3 days would be Friday, bro. You know.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday. Early next week is like a week from now, sir.
Maybe he meant 2 to 3 days from Friday.
Yeah, maybe so. Limited period of time, 2 to 3 days, maybe until early next week. So we do have a new deadline. In Trump use. Yeah.
Also, we've stalled on the likes. Smash the like button, guys.
Is he speaking live right now? Am I missing it?
I don't know. It's White House X, you can see it.
Yeah, usually White House News. Yeah, I mean, we are in a... The White House isn't streaming anything right now, though.
It was a beautiful day. I did scripture. You think it's easy to read scripture? It's not easy to read scripture. That's a whole different ballgame. That's not like reading a speech, we will build the wall. This is a whole different deal, but I did it proudly, and I guess it was broadcast. We had tremendous crowds. I think religion is very important for a country. I think having this country was built.
All right. None of this is market related. I can't find where I started playing the video, and now it's like... All right, yeah. So sorry, I gotta get out of there. He's not really talking about anything market moving. Yeah, we're here. Music stop. Did I drop Brett? I'm sorry, Brett here. I'm back, Brett. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, dude. I didn't mean it.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I didn't mean it, bro. I didn't mean it, dude.
You meant it, but that's okay. I forgive you.
Yeah, it's alright, bro. Ugh.
Only mildly angry.
All right. Well, we stayed for the stream. We stayed longer. Again, if you haven't already, use coupon code BGT help support your friend here. You know, listen, I do this out of the kindness of my heart. I just want to help people. I just like teaching, guys. You know, I would never, ever, ever do this to make money.
No,
it's just not what we do
course
here.
not.
Like, why would we spend 4 hours a day, you know, talking about markets to make money? Guys, what are you talking about, dude?
We're trying to contribute to the stream of life. You know, is what's happening here.
But if you want to help support the channel, check out Lucid. A great way to help support the channel. Lucid, again, right now, if we take a look at Lucid, if you use my coupon code, you get some pretty big discounts. Again, BGT will get you 50% off for 2 times. I don't recommend using evals. You can get the Lucid Direct. Again, I think you can get this one. It's very cheap for I think it's $170 right now if you want to get a 25K direct to funded account. I got the 150 earlier. It was $420. Very cheap. Very cheap. Here's my checkout earlier. $420. You know? And so if you want to help support the channel, coupon code BGT will get you the max discount. I appreciate the love. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we got a whole bunch of stuff. We got NVIDIA earnings. We got the Fed minutes report. We have other stuff going on right now in markets tomorrow. We got Michael Barr speaking, Fed minutes report, NVIDIA earnings. Thursday we got jobless claims and more. We'll see what that looks like. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you guys later.
We got some good stuff lined up, you guys. Make sure you join us. And we appreciate all the support and all the love and all the help, you know.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us today. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. Have a great day.